Hey guys, it's Lotus and welcome back to another video. Happy Halloween! Trick or treat! I have my basket for Halloween candy collecting. What will you be going as for Halloween this year? Are you going trick-or-treating? If you are, please stay safe and have a fun time. Yeah, stay safe and have fun. So, I figured that today, for Halloween, let's play something that's Halloween themed. Not exactly scary, but something fun nevertheless. So I found this visual novel dating sim called Witches x Warlocks, and I'm really excited to play it because I love the art in this game. Let me read you the description. It says, Witches x Warlocks is a cute and lighthearted Halloween raising sim featuring a customizable protagonist and 4 love interests of different genders. So you have a lot to choose from. Let's see. Story. 7 days until Halloween. 7 days until the final exams. 7 days until Faye Nightshade gets booted out of school for being the only witch unable to cast a single spell. Ooh, that's spooky, right? Flunking out of school? Take control of Faye and help them cram a semester's worth of studying in the last week before the exams. How many spells can you learn? And will you manage to find Faye a date for the Halloween festivities that's coming afterwards? I hope so! So it says features customizable protagonists. We can change our hair color and skin color. We can customize our name and pronouns. And there are 4 romantic interests. 2 male, 1 female, 1 non-binary. And there's 6 endings! I don't think I'm gonna get all 6. I'm probably gonna just choose one route and stick with it. And it's about an hour per playthrough, so hopefully this won't take too long. So let's see. So these are our love interests, I guess. We have a vampire, we have a werewolf, we have a ghost, right? Maybe. And we have a Frankenstein, perhaps? Okay. So I'm really excited to try it out. Let's jump right into it. Let's start. Ooh, we get to customize ourselves right away. Okay, create your witch. I'm gonna leave the name as is. I wanna leave it as Faye Nightshade. Let's see, appearance. We can have female or male. I'm gonna stick with female because I like her dress. Voice, let's see.
Let me try.
Let me try.
Let me try. Let me try.
I'll just leave it as number 1. Skin tone, we have 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna stick with 1. Hair color, oh, so we have blonde. We have, ooh, wow, like a really deep pink. We have brown. We have black, which looks kind of purple from here. And we have white, ooh. I think I'm gonna leave her blonde to kind of match my hair color right here. And pronouns, we're gonna leave it as she, her. Okay. Okay, Faye. It's love, love, love that makes the world go round, round, round. Another flawless night. Once again, love is triumphant. All thanks to the weeks of dedicated hard work of yours truly, the incomparable, the one and only Faye Nightshade. That's us. Da da da. It's love, 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 da di da. Tonight, 2 souls who had been searching their entire afterlives for each other have found one another at last. Tonight, 2 hearts that used to be lonely are beating as one. All thanks to me,
The best matchmaker in Glimmermere High.
Faye Nightshade, the one, the only, da-da-da, best matchmaker in Glimmermere High, da-da-da, Glimmermere.
The only one.
The only matchmaker in Glimmermere High. A blue-skinned apparition steps out of the wall right in front of me. Ooh, love interest number 1. I jump back, lose my balance, and nearly fall over.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I have.
I have!
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have never guessed. The apparition hovering a few inches above the pavement is Zero, my poltergeist classmate and childhood friend. Ooh, childhood besties. I like where this is going. I snicker at his obvious jab. He has quite the natural-born talent for it. You're looking as strict and frowny and scary as ever, Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you been? I was waiting all night.
Smile for me.
Why don't you smile more often? You look sweeter than candy corn when you smile. Ugh, ew, gross. Looks like Zero won't be showing me that sweet smile of his tonight. Anyway, I have actually been busy on a very important errand.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. You were just out matchmaking again.
Of course.
Of course, I was out matchmaking.
Don't you know?
When evil comes knocking, whether due to external forces or a certain summoning incident in lab that we are not going to bring up for yet the 100th time, Zero,
I must do it.
I must quell the beast by finding its one true love. After all, I am the one and only Faye Nightshade. Da-da-da-da-da! Best matchmaker in Dwemermere High! Again, da-da-dummy. You're the only matchmaker in Dwemermere High. Naturally, I'm so superb at matchmaking, no one dares to compete against wonderful me. Sure, whatever you say. Zero brings his hands together, slowly and horribly, in 1, 2, 3 sarcastic claps.
So?
May one inquire if the one and only Faye Nightshade found any time between helping the undead find love and romancing evil spirits to study for her exams? Exams?
Yes.
Yes, exams.
Of course.
Oh, exams! Of course I have, silly!
Yes.
They are promptly bookmarked in my calendar.
Well,
I just haven't had the time to really buckle down with a good witch's brew and spell book.
I will.
But I will.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, you tell him, Zero. Ha ha ha. Folding his arms, Zero smirks at me with a rather sardonic glint in his ruby eyes.
Pray, tell me.
When, pray, does the incomparable Faye Nightshade think her exams are?
Huh?
Isn't it Halloween? I'm sure I have much more time than you that...
Wait.
Faye, when do you think is Halloween?
Well...
Halloween is the most important day in a witch's calendar. However, these days I've been so busy with matchmaking a certain evil spirit, every day seemed like just any other. I cannot say for certain the last time I looked at my day calendar, but it couldn't have been that long ago.
Maybe?
Halloween is in, 2 months? Maybe 3? Or maybe 4?
Halloween is next week.
Oh, he's mad. Halloween is next week.
What?
What? I don't know which is more terrifying, the way Zero is glowering or what he just shouted.
No way.
Next week?
Yes.
Next week.
Really?
Halloween?
I cannot believe.
Yes, Faye, I cannot believe you forgot about your exams, much less Halloween. But Zero, a lot has happened since the start of the semester, and you know my memory has a tendency to be fickle.
Don't you know?
On the first week, I almost got tangled up in a mistaken identity crisis with a corpse's bride. Thankfully, he was understanding once I matched him up with the undead body of his dreams.
And then...
Not long after, an evil spirit teen tried to banish me for getting his mama hot date. And then, must I mention a certain summoning incident in lab that is still not up for discussion? Zero sighs with an exaggerated shake of his head.
It isn't.
Your memory isn't bad. It's selective. I throw up my hands in surrender at his comments. Nothing I said was going to break down his wall when he gets like this.
I don't know.
I don't even know what the exams are about.
So?
Exams will be a series of magical obstacle courses. You need to use the magic spells you were supposed to have learned this year to...
Oh, you mean...
Spells? Oh, you mean like the glow spell?
Yes.
Yes.
I remember.
I remember Miss Magwitch cast glow in her first class. The demonstration was absolutely dazzling.
Yes.
Yes, about the exams.
Yeah.
Maybe I can cast it too, and dazzle the examiners into passing me, the wonderful matchmaker of Dwimmermere High. Yeah! I cannot pronounce this school's name. Oh, sure.
Let me try.
How does she do it? Let me try. Glow! I wave my hands grandly, the way I remember Miss Magwitch doing.
Glow!
Light! Come on! Glow! Not a glimmer.
Why?
Zero, care to give me a hint as to why I can't cast glow? Because you're a witch. Only true sorcerers can cast spells purely by magic. Witches like yourself must use potions to cast spells. Oh, I see.
I cannot believe.
This is basic knowledge. Have you slept through classes the whole semester? A sheepish grin spreads across my face before I can stop it. Oh, one sec. Is it too low? I hope it's not too low. Let me just make it a little bit louder just in case. Settings? Maybe I'll make this a little louder. Make this a little louder. Hopefully it's not too low. About halfway there. Okay, let's continue. Maybe. I've been staying up pretty late.
May I remind you?
Unless you study properly from now on, you're going to fail your exams and be expelled for being a witch who can't cast one single spell.
Really?
Will they really expel me? Just because I can't cast a single spell? Zero is looking at me in that horrible way of his again.
Think about it.
You'd be the one and only witch in the entire history of Dwimmermere High to be unable to cast even a single spell. Being expelled is far from far-fetched. Think about that for a moment.
Help me.
Zero, help me! Teach me to be a spellcasting witch! Let me think about it. Nope.
May I remind you?
Every night for the last 3 months, between all the ghouling around and excessive matchmaking, I kept warning you to prepare for exams. But, did you ever listen? But Zero, you try to listen to anything while being excessively haunted by an evil spirit.
You said so.
You said the spirit summoning incident was not up for discussion. You're right, yeah, I did say that, huh?
Did you?
So, did you ever listen to me? Guess not, or I'm sorry. Which one do you think he would appreciate more? Let's be cute. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't use those puppy dog eyes on me, Faye. They won't work this time. Are you sure about that? You're sweat dropping. I see it. I see. But you're the only one in the world who can save me, Zero. You're so cool and knowledgeable and I know you're always looking out for me.
Save your flattery.
Save your flattery. I'm not. Now, save your flattery and go away. I let my shoulders droop.
I
Understand, and after all, you've done so much already.
I'll work hard.
I'm going to study really hard, harder than ever before, these next 7 days.
And then?
And if it still isn't enough, and we never see each other again after I'm expelled next week, then, I'll miss you, Zero, my dearest friend. I give Zero a sad little smile, then turn to limp tragically away. 3, 2, 1. Wait! Zero? I guess I have no choice but to help you once more. But don't count on it happening again.
Thank you.
Really? You will? Thanks, Zero! I spin exuberantly, celebrating my little victory, and throw my arms around him. They slip through him, as usual. Oh, we can never hug him? That's so sad.
Hey!
Hey, quit it! It'll take me ages to reform myself if I get disintegrated so close to dawn. I'm sorry. I'm so happy I can't help it. You're the best, Zero. Wait, so if we choose his route, how would we ever hug or hold hands or kiss if we, like, go right through him every time we try to touch him, huh? What?
Stop.
I said, so stop! There isn't much time left before daybreak, and you need all the help you can get.
Pay attention.
Now pay attention. I'm only going to explain spellcasting and potions for witches just this once. Okay, tutorial. Your day is divided into 3 segments: Early Dawn, Crimson Dusk, and Witching Hour. Let's see, okay. You can pick, so we have Crimson Dusk. October day 24. We have some potions here, some coins here. Make potions, buy potions, learn spells, and part-time job. You can pick an activity to spend your time with during each time segment in the activity menu. Okay, make potions, buy potions, learn spells, and part-time job. Make potions, learn spells, and part-time job will advance your time into the next segment. Okay, so these 3, but not buying potions, okay? Dawn is coming. Aw.
What's the matter?
What's the matter, Faye? You look so ephemeral and fragile now, as if the slightest wind could whisk you away.
Because?
That's because the sun is nearly up.
That's how it is.
That's how it is for poltergeists like me, doomed for life to only walk the night. So not only can we not hold hands and have cuddles, but we also can't see each other during half of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping me tonight and, well, for everything.
Work hard and do your best.
Work hard and do your best. I, for one, would prefer it if you didn't get yourself expelled, if that makes a difference. If it isn't for how transparent he has become, I could almost swear his cheeks are a tinge brighter than before. Silently, smiling his elusive sweet smile, Zero fades away with the onset of day. I will, Zero, I promise! I will work hard, pass the Halloween exam, and make you proud of me. I will, I swear it! The windows of my house are brightly lit, and when I try the door, it swings inward with ease. Which means...
Damien!
Ooh, next love interest? Damien, I'm home!
Welcome home.
Welcome home, Faye. I hear my housemate Damien also were roomies. I hear my housemate Damien shuffling down the staircase, welcoming me with their shy smile.
Help me!
Damien, help me!
Huh?
Oh, tonight didn't go well? The worst. Tonight was just dreadful. Oh, he's blushing. Oh no, they're blushing. I can try, but I don't know if I... You see, matchmaking isn't my forte. And, you never needed any help before, so... Not matchmaking. Of course I don't need any help with matchmaking.
The best matchmaker in Dwimmermere High.
I'm the best matchmaker in Dwimmermere High, and I intend to keep it that way. Then,
Well...
It's studying! I give myself a fright, thinking about the possibility that I might be expelled from school.
Don't you know?
Don't you know that exams are on Halloween, which happens to be next week?
Of course.
Of course I do. Everyone does. Hang on.
Wait.
Faye, don't tell me you just found out. I look at them teary-eyed.
Phew.
Oh dear. This isn't the most opportune moment to ask, as Damien must be busy with their own studies too. But I gave Zero a promise, and I intend to do everything I can to keep it. And studying together is more fun anyway.
Damien!
Damien, the most dependable and studious friend I have, you're my only hope. My housemate looks both embarrassed yet happy at the same time, and that's how I knew I had them exactly where I wanted them.
Really?
Really? I am? Yep, if I crammed these books all by myself, I'd probably end up setting them on fire, then catch fire myself, then die miserably.
Please?
You've got to help save me from my ultimate demise. Please? Damien hesitates, but only for a second, before nodding, just as I knew they would.
I'll try.
Oh, I'll try and do what I can to help you, Faye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much! Without a moment's notice, I fling my arms around them in a big, cheerful hug.
Be careful.
Careful! I'm still not finished assembling the parts! I jump away at once, careful not to bump off a limb or two.
All right.
You're already doing maintenance again?
Yes.
Yeah, my previous arms were falling off and one of the knees started creaking, so I had to buy new parts from the human shop. Let's see, did you get a good price? Or, so that's where you've been. Does it really matter? Did you get a good price? So that's where you've been.
Oh.
Oh, so that's why I couldn't talk you into coming to tonight's matchmaking party.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that the human shop was running a sale. And since I need to replace body parts anyway. A sale? Better have been a good one then. They give me a soft, affirming nod. The human shop is selling everything at a discount, from body parts to potions.
Right.
Potions? I snap my fingers with both hands as the next step in my master plan for passing my exams falls into place in my head.
I remember.
That reminds me, I should go to the human shop to buy potions. I'm all out, and I can't cast any spells without them.
All right.
That's a good idea, Faye, but are you sure you can afford to?
Why?
Whatever do you mean? Aren't you kind of, broke?
Oh.
Oh,
You're right.
You've already spent all your allowance on hosting matchmaking parties, right?
Yes.
Yep. That evil spirit only wanted the most fancy stuffs and wouldn't give me a rest until I complied.
How?
Wait, how do you know that?
Well,
Because yesterday you had to borrow money from me for lunch, and a little extra for a light snack.
I forgot.
Oops, I forgot. Oh, this is bad. Really bad. Even if I do learn enough spells to pass the Halloween exams, it won't do me a lick of good if I don't have the potions I need to cast them. And there's no way I have enough time to concoct all the potions I will need while cramming spells simultaneously. There has to be another... Faye, listen, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
maybe.
If you need to earn money to buy potions, maybe you can, try asking Mr. West at the human shop for a part-time job.
How?
Are they hiring?
Exactly.
I heard Mr. West needs more hands that are attached to living bodies. I mean, to help out because of that big consignment of corpses the shop just received. And with everyone busy studying, I think that you'll have a good shot at getting a job there. If you want to, that is.
Perfect.
Perfect! I'll head there at once!
Wait.
After you wake up tomorrow. Their sudden shift in tone took me by surprise, to say the least, and I put on a good pouty face. But...
No.
No, go to bed, Faye. You look exhausted, and you need to rest. But...
No.
I'm serious.
You
If
see.
If you won't go to bed now, I'm not going to help you.
Wow.
Wow, what is such a surprisingly assertive threat coming from you? I do what I need to.
All right.
All right. I know you mean the best for me.
Yes.
Heading to bed now, my liege. I take an exaggerated bow, and Damien laughs softly but doesn't leave their spot until I have gone all the way up the stairs and into my bedroom. Maybe Damien is right. I'm way too sleepy now to be applying for part-time jobs, if I actually want to end up getting hired. And my bed looks so soft, and warm, and inviting. And my eyelids suddenly feel like a ton of bricks. Tomorrow, I'll work really, really hard. Tomorrow. Darkness takes me gently into its warm, sweet embrace. 8 hours of uninterrupted beauty sleep is the most magical spell in the world. I went to bed last night feeling like a lobotomized zombie with a head stuffed full of decomposing brain matter. This morning, I stretch out my arms, fully resurrected as a lively and youthful matchmaking genius.
The incomparable, the one and only.
Okay. The incomparable, the one and only Faye Nightshade. Hold the applause. I sing haughtily as I bounce down the stairs. Good morning, Faye. You're looking energetic.
Yeah.
I am energetic. That's why I feel like I can take on anyone and anything.
Excellent.
Even Mr. West and the human shop?
Uh,
Huh?
Um,
Aren't you applying for a job at the human shop today?
well,
Since you're broke and need money to buy potions, which you need to cast spells, which you need to pass the exams on Halloween?
oh,
Oh, no wonder I'm in a good mood.
I forgot.
I forgot all about exams, and potions, and casting spells, and being broke. Now I remember. I count each little terrible to-do list item on my fingers, and my cheery good mood evaporates like a fine mist in the morning sun.
See you later.
I'm late. I have to hurry. See you later, Damien.
yes.
Good luck, Faye. I hear Damien call softly behind me as I dash out of the house.
All right.
Good luck. Yep, I'm going to need it. Ding, ding, ding. The cracked antique bell chimes eerily as I push open the creaky old door of the human shop. The shop is as empty and silent as an open grave, which means it isn't open yet. Probably. Looks like I made it just in time.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh my.
My, what do we have here? A cutie has happened into my parlor. Carmilla, huh? Behind the shop counter stands a little girl, her chin on the edge of her palm. She is eyeing me up as a spider would to a particularly delectable fly.
Herbie!
Herbie, today's product just arrived! And it's still fresh, being alive and all. Her voice echoed lightly through the shop, and from somewhere upstairs, an unseen voice hollers back. I'm busy, Carmilla. Butcher it yourself. Butcher?
No way.
Wait, I'm not produce.
Mm-hmm.
Really? She tilts her head pointedly to the side, with obviously dubious regard. Are you sure?
But
Are you quite certain? You look a lot like produce to me.
no.
I am no mere human.
The incomparable, the one and only.
You behold in your company the incomparable, the one and only Faye Nightshade.
Nightshade, huh?
Nightshade, huh? So you're a witch?
Yeah.
You know it.
Mm,
Then why haven't I seen you in school before? Oh, option 1, impossible. Everyone knows me. That sounds kind of narcissistic. Or you go to school too? Is that mean? Is that say? Oh, you go to Dwimmermere High too?
huh?
If you really are a student there, you would know that much without asking. Strange. I thought I had invited everyone to my matchmaking parties at least once.
Oh.
Matchmaking? Oh, you're that Nightshade. The charming girl straightens up and dazzles me with her professional sunny smile.
Welcome.
Hello there, my name is Carmilla. How may I assist you today? You see, I'm looking for a job.
Huh?
Now? If you're a witch, you should know you have exams in 1 week's time.
For the last time.
For the last time, I am a witch.
Well.
And I know I have exams in a week, but I'm kinda, really, broke.
Mm,
Those gaudy matchmaking soirees must cost oh, no, this is Carmilla talking. Those gaudy matchmaking soirees must cost a pretty penny.
yes.
Yes, which means I can't afford to buy potions.
Hmm.
Which means you can't cast spells.
Well.
Which means I won't be able to pass exams, even if I know how to cast spells.
Huh?
Even if?
Uh.
Even though! I misspoke.
Oh.
Which means... I watch her swiftly calculate my unfortunate circumstance.
And so.
You'll be the first witch ever to be expelled from Dwemermere High for not being able to cast a single spell.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. Wait, I mean, exactly what I don't want to be.
Now.
Well, I understand your trials and tribulations. I can't help you.
Why?
Why?
You know?
You see, Mr. West, the proprietor of the human shop, already has someone to run the store for him, and you are looking right at her. Moi. But I need the money.
Yes.
Well, who doesn't? At this point, I am a tad desperate and blurt out the first idea that comes to mind.
Maybe.
Could I, maybe, work for you?
Mm-hmm.
For me? Both of her eyebrows raise in interest.
Yes.
Yes, someone as talented and clever as you shouldn't be working for others. You should have others working for you instead.
Wait.
You mean as a manager? Not simply a manager. Think bigger. Supervisor, director, visionary leader.
You're right.
True, I do belong to an ancient and distinguished noble family after all.
Yes.
The common people should serve me, not the other way around.
Yeah.
And I can't believe the proprietor is making a girl as beautiful as you stand behind a counter all the time.
Right.
Right, I'm wasting away behind this silly table, aren't I?
Naturally.
Definitely.
Let's
With your brains and your looks, if the proprietor has you out and about, charming the customers, I bet the turnover of the human shop will increase tenfold.
see. Huh?
Only tenfold?
Of course.
100-fold!
I like it.
You make many excellent points. I like the way you think.
Yeah.
See, I would be quite useful to have working for you.
Please.
Put in a good word for me to the proprietor, please.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll try. No guarantees. She winks.
Herbie.
Herbie, today's produce wants to work for me and I like her. Can she? What? Work for you? Please? Gosh. Her voice is suddenly so sugary sweet that I feel like a diabetic going into cardiac arrest just listening to it. Oh, all right.
And so.
That means you have to pay her a salary as well. Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you also have to give me a raise. Excuse me?
Yes.
Because I'm her supervisor now, aren't I? You can't pay me the same as her. What? Oh, all right. Carmilla turns back to me, her hair bouncing lightly against her shoulders. She clasps her hands together dramatically. Congratulations on your new job.
Amazing.
Amazing! Was it magic?
Of course.
Of course it is. Vampiric magic, to put it simply. My very own brand. A devious little notion strikes me.
How?
How did you become so impossibly good at it?
Practice.
Oh, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect, you know?
I'm sure.
You're being way too modest, I'm sure. She purses her lips against the back of her index finger.
Maybe.
Maybe I am. There's a lot of talent involved too, naturally.
Can you teach me?
Can you teach it to a witch like me?
Of course.
Of course I can. If I want to. Why do you want to learn it anyway?
Well.
I was thinking it might be useful for asking the proprietor for a raise.
Yes.
I mean, just for the sake of my Halloween exams.
Carmilla.
I'd be so ever grateful, Carmilla.
Please.
After all, you're the only vampire in this world who's intelligent enough to teach me magic in just a week. Please? She considers me thoughtfully, tapping the tip of her chin, before pausing to give me her final verdict.
Oh, all right.
Oh, all right. It could be you may have some talent for it too. We shall see. Once every day, your character will work part-time and earn money. Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. While working part-time, some events may occur that can be solved by using the right magic spell. Solving these events will earn you an extra amount of money. Using night creatures, I was able to locate a fitting one in a flash, rewarding me with one of Damien's rare smiles and a pat on the back from Mr. West. By choosing part-time job from the activity menu, you can work an extra shift. Ooh, okay. Little witch fay, da-dee-da, the one, the only, la-la-la. Today I found out that the proprietor of the human shop is incredibly shady, and his storekeeper is a sweet-talking vampire.
Yeah.
I also got a job so I can buy potions, and a new friend to teach me riveting, vampiric magic. Yeah. I pumped my fist into the air, cheering at the side of my imminent victory. The Halloween exams are going to be a piece of pumpkin pie. Huh? Suspicious noises are coming from the dingy back alley behind the human shop. What's going on? Cautiously, I peek into the decrepit alley. Wah! A mountain of reanimated corpses in body bags, crawling its way to the human shop. From the upper floor of the shop comes the sound of metal and glass crashing onto the floor. What did you say? Not again!
Don't you worry.
Don't worry, Herbie. It's only the delivery for today's produce. She giggles while giving me a twinkling glance. Then, Carmilla turns her attention to the hideous monstrosity that just made its way to the door.
Now,
Leave it out on the doorstep as per usual, Lawrence.
All right.
All right. The mountain of body bags halts and plonks onto the ground. Mr. Werewolf! The person who was hauling them straightens up and dusts off his hands. It's a cat boy! A what?
wow.
How cute! A real-life cat boy! Oh my god, I've never seen one up close before, despite being a witch.
All right.
So many cats, but no cat boys! Plus, you must be a really strong cat boy to carry so many body bags all the way to the shop.
Stop.
First of all, I am not a cat. And second of all, I have a name. Hold out your paws and say, "Yeah, cat boy." I wave my loosely held fist in the air at him, and he puts both hands on his hips and drops his head before letting out a long sigh. Evidently, my frightening appearance has unhinged your wits with stark terror. No way! You don't look frightful at all! Can I give your fluffy ears a pat? Grr. Before or after I butt your hand off?
Wow.
Wow, such a feisty cat boy! Again,
I'm a
not a cat
werewolf.
boy. I am a werewolf. A werewolf? Where?
Of course.
Right here. He places the tip of his index finger against his chest. You're a werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, a werewolf, a lichen, a loup-garou. Me. But werewolves are all scary and stuff. Precisely, at last, you concede the point. But you're not scary at all. You're adorable. Ugh.
Wow.
Wowie, you're growling again and look like you want to bite someone's hand off. Because I do. If you are done infuriating me, I will take my leave. With unutterable dignity, the cat boy, the werewolf, strides past me, chin up and ears bristling. How strange. I begin to inquisitively stroke my chin. What? He stops mid-stride. You're really adorable, or he doesn't like being called that. I don't wanna piss him off too much. He doesn't like being called that. You don't like it when someone calls you cute or adorable, do you? The werewolf begins to rub the sides of his head in a circular fashion. So kind of you to finally put the pieces together. No, in fact, it makes my temples throb with a vicious fury. Sorry, I'll remember not to in the future. Probably.
Good.
Very good.
All
Hang
right.
on, in the future?
Yes.
For sure! You
Why?
expect, for reasons apparent only to yourself, we shall have cause for further association?
Yeah.
Yep, I want us to become friends. The bestest of friends. Besties. We're gonna be joined at the hip. You're gonna be sick of me by the time it's over. It's not every day I get to meet a werewolf as cute and as scary and as intimidating as you. Girl, right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but just this once.
Well...
Your name is Lawrence, right? That's what Carmilla called you earlier.
Yeah.
Indeed, you have the advantage of me.
Right.
What? Oh, my name is Faye. Faye Nightshade. The one, the only. Yes, I know. You know? You know! Yes, of course you know! I don't want your services, mind you. I already have too many admirers inquiring after me for a chance to scratch my chin or ruffle my ears.
All right.
Don't worry, I won't try to set you up with anyone.
Good.
Good. So we're clear.
Yes.
I'll only try to make you teach me magic spells and potions. Deal? Lawrence was starting to nod when he flung his head up in surprise.
How?
Let me get this straight. You, a witch, are asking me, a werewolf, to teach you how to brew potions.
Right.
That's right.
Fine.
I see. It is not my hearing that is faulty, but your intellect. Oof. Well, sometimes I do wish I went to class occasionally. But what can a werewolf like me teach, even to a traunt witch like yourself? You're a werewolf, right? That means you're very strong.
Yeah.
This is true.
And then...
And have superhuman senses, and look adorable, sorry, scary, and intimidating all the time. Correct again.
Right.
Then teach me spells and potions that will let me be like you.
Yes.
I bet being strong and scary with superhuman senses can help me pass my Halloween exams with flying colors. I clasp my hands together and shake them at him in a pleading fashion. Desperation seems to have an unfortunate recurring theme for me lately. It is possible I can do so. It may even be possible you might be able to learn a thing or two if I do.
Yeah.
Hip hip hooray! But that doesn't mean I'm going to.
Why?
What? Why not?
Now...
What can you possibly offer to make it worth my while? My undying friendship?
No.
I don't need that. My eternal gratitude? Useless. My premium 24/7 matchmaking service? Good grief, no!
Well...
Then what would you like? Meat. Lots and lots of meat. He stretches his arms and folds them behind his head.
You know.
More meat means less time hauling corpses, and I, for one, would welcome the break to do something as simple as teach a few spells.
All right.
Wow, meat in exchange for teaching me spells, huh? Okay, all the meat you can eat for as long as we both shall live. You swear?
Yes.
Pinky promise. For a moment, Lauren stands still and silent, obviously awed by the generosity of the one and only Faye Nightshade.
All right.
All right, I accept your offer.
Yeah.
Yay! I return home, tired and footsore, but very, very happy.
Damien!
Damien, I'm back!
Welcome home.
Welcome back, Faye. My housemate hurries to greet me, looking a lot sprightlier than they did this morning.
Well...
You finished doing maintenance already?
Yes.
Yes, you were out a rather long time, and I was getting a bit worried. Did everything go well?
Yes.
Yes, everything went fantastically. I got the job and made 2 new friends.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All thanks to your idea, Damien.
Right.
Now I will have money for potions and 4 people to help me prepare for the Halloween exams. A slight blush dawns their stitched face.
I'm glad.
I'm glad for you, Faye. Tell me, what are your plans for the rest of today? Ooh, okay, it's time to play. Okay, early dawn, October, day 24. 7 days till Halloween. We have no potions and no money right now. So, we can't buy any potions because we have no money. Yeah, I have no potions. I have no potions. I can't make any. I guess I have to go to my... job. Today I went to work. I need money to buy potions, and I need potions to learn spells, so I can't do that yet. Today, I went to work. Oh, how cute! Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. Okay, now we have 10 coin. Can we buy any potions? Hello there, how may I assist you today? I need all of them, right? Oh, let's just buy some yellow. Let's buy yellow first. How many? Okay, I have 10 coin. I'll buy 1 yellow. Thanks for your purchase. And I'll buy a blue one. How many? I'll buy 1 blue one, and I have no more money now. Thanks for your purchase. Now I'm gonna leave because I have no more money. Come again. Okay, I have 1 yellow and 1 blue, so let me just check, and I have no money, so I need to go to work again, but let's see. To make potions... Oh wait, can I make potions without having to buy them? Am I dumb? Wait, okay, so I need 1 red for Scuttle. Okay, let's check out the different spells we can do. So if we're working with Damien, Scuttle, clone a body part like your hand while maintaining control over its movements. You need 1 red. Philosophize, grants your superior intellect and empathy, allowing you to reason with corpses. You need 1 red. Engineered perfection, choose 1 body part to strengthen like you were handpicked for perfection. Okay. Intimidate, which is, there are advantages to being 7 feet tall. Being oddly convincing without a word is one of them. And Gentle Giant. In exchange for some protection, plenty of smaller creatures won't mind lending you a hand. Okay, if we're working with 0, we have Telekinesis, which is move objects without touching them like a haunting. Wail, let out a screech that can break glass or deafen anything in range. Hover, lets you float for a short while. Fireball, defeat dragons or make some fried eggs. Chill, freeze a small area with your ghostly chill. And if we work with Carmilla, then it's night creatures. Summon any vampire-allied nocturnal animal in the vicinity to ask a favor. Scent of blood, detect anything nearby, living with blood nearby. Also works on recent bloodshed. Crawl, climb up any nearby surface, even walls and ceilings. Fly, levitate and glide through the air and darkness. Cloak yourself in complete darkness, hiding you from sight. Okay. Let's make some potions. I need some purple and... So, if you brew 3 of the same potions... Wait, if you brew 3 of the same potions, Damien will give you 2 additional potions. Ooh, that's good. Lars will triple your potions output for your 3rd choice. And Carmilla, if you brew 3 different potions, Carmilla will give you 2 random additional potions. Ooh. Okay, let's try Damien first. We already have 1 yellow, 1 blue. Let's try making a purple. Oh, okay. Purple. Oh, wow. Okay, why don't we do this like that? 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 purple. If you brew 3 of the same, he'll give you 2, so I need a triple the output of purple. Yeah, let's do Damien. No, let's do Lawrence. Okay. A day has passed by. Witching hour is now early dawn. So now I have 3 of purple, 1 additional yellow, 1 additional blue, and I need some... Okay, today I went to work. Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. Okay, so I have 10 more.
0!
0, guess what?
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 Come on!
Come on, guess!
Fine.
Neither you nor I have the time to. Fine, I'll guess.
Yes!
Woohoo! He squints at me skeptically.
Did you?
Did you just set the kitchen on fire again, making scrambled eggs?
Huh?
What? Well, did you? No!
I see.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Then I suppose you must have caused an explosion akin to when you put the wrong ingredient into your potion and burned down your flat?
No way!
I didn't, jeez! Don't
me.
tell me you accidentally summoned that 36-armed tentacle demon again while trying to practice spells. No. In that case, I'm surely out of possible ideas. With much enthusiasm, I whip out a peace sign and angle it stylishly against my face.
Right!
I'm ready to learn the glow spell.
Might
I remind you that the glow spell is the very first spell that Estella taught you at the start of the year?
Yes.
Uh-huh, that's the one. Let's do this.
Uh,
Looks like it only took you 9 months to get ready to learn it. Excellent progress, Faye. At this rate, you'll pass the Halloween exams with flying colors. You think so too, huh? Ugh.
The incomparable.
It's
the
quite
one
natural to find
and
yourself
only.
speechless in front of a witch as brilliant as the one, the only, Faye Nightshade.
I admit it.
I admit you often reduce me to speechlessness.
But
But I need you to teach me the spell at some point, you know?
That's right.
You're right, we don't have the time for sarcastic banter with each other.
Pay attention.
Prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast Glow. New spell acquired!
glow.
Glow! An orb of pure golden brightness flowers in the cusp of my palms. At first, it is faint and nebulous, but with each beat of my heart, the light shines more and more radiantly.
0.
0!
Right.
I did it! I spin around in delight and find Zero watching me with one of those rare, sweet, wistful smiles of his.
Well done.
Oh, he's so cute as a chibi! Yes, well done, Faye. I don't understand why, but seeing Zero smile always makes something twist inside my heart. Praise me!
I did.
I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, praise me more.
Maybe.
Maybe I will if you pass your exams, that is.
Hmm.
Aww.
Work hard and do your
Work
best.
hard, Faye. It all depends on you from here on out. The more I look at his smile, the more I find the secret hollow in my heart twisting more sharply than usual. Turning away from him, I toss the glowing orb up into the quiet night sky.
Anyway,
Now it's your turn.
Mhm.
come on.
Come on, my globe must be feeling lonely up there all by itself.
Yeah,
With the moon and all the stars to keep it company?
Well.
They're so far away, Zero. You're right here. Quietly, so very quietly that I am not sure I really did hear it, a soft whisper.
All right.
Fine, for you, Faye. From behind me, an orb of azure light floats past, drifting up and up to join its golden counterpart.
You know.
Mortals call them ghost lights, will-o'-the-wisps. Huh? Every poltergeist can cast the spell. Malevolent ones would cast them before unwary travelers, using its light to lure them from the road and perish in quaking bogs and silent dark tarns. When darkness is all around you, you will find it could be worse to travel with a light that is unreliable than with no light at all. Somehow, Zero's voice carries a hint of bitterness with it. I can't help but lean forward to try and put my head on his shoulder.
Hey!
Whoa, hey! Sorry.
You know.
You know better than to do that.
Well.
I can't help it, you're my reliable light, Zero.
What?
What?
Don't you know?
You're a glowing blue poltergeist who's always looking out for me, so you can't blame me if I keep wanting to lean on your shoulder.
You can't.
Well, you can't. You'll fall right through and disrupt my form in the process. Like just now, huh? I grin at him, but his smile is nowhere to be found. Around his cheeks seem to be tinged with a faint blush.
So,
You've learned how to cast glow. Our lesson is over. I'm heading off before you do something stupid again.
0.
Zero! He dematerializes in front of my eyes.
0.
Zero! Feeling a little crestfallen, I set off in the direction of my house. Just before I am about to leave the field, I pause and look back one last time. The two glowing orbs, gold and blue, are still adrift in the evening sky. The corners of my mouth curl upward. I continue on my way, my steps lighter than before. Oh, can I save? Wait, can I save my progress? Okay, let's learn a spell. Do we have enough? We have 2. We have no red yet, so we can't do... We have, okay. No red. Okay, so we can't do any of Damien's spells. We can do a telekinesis, a whale, a hover, a fireball, and a chill. We can do night creatures, scent of blood. Okay, we can't, cloak yourself. Oh, darkness, that's cool. Let's do that. I have a new da-di-da routine. On each day I work, I meet Carmilla at the door. It's grown into a habit for us to meet outside before our shift and go in together. When I'm on time, of course. Our short stride through the entryway is easily becoming one of my favorite parts of the day, but... Evil! Evil! There's a wicked beast in our town! Can I save? Oh, yeah. I'll just save, just in case. Huh? I jump back, spooked by the sudden noise. A screaming figure lingers in front of the shop, shouting his lungs out. A pretender amongst the pretenders. We must burn her, stake her, before she slays any more innocents. Sir? Are you, okay? Be warned, young one. You are gallivanting with death herself. Already sense her taint upon you. Begone, thrall of vampire. In hindsight, I should probably know better than to talk to strangers. But there's something familiar about this particular weirdo, and he's blocking the door. Now he's advancing towards me with his crossbow barely concealed under his cloak.
Come on!
Aw, come on! Please don't murder me! I haven't even had my 1,000,000th match yet! There is no sanctum for people like you. Do not hide from my cleansing judgment. I stumble back a few steps when I realize that it isn't me he's looking at, but Carmilla. Huh. Embarrassing. Here, I thought I was the demon. Like when you think someone's waving at you and... Hold on, wait! He's after Carmilla! Help! I should call for help! I should... His hand is on the trigger! He's going to make ghastly kebabs of us! Sir, please, can we talk about, But just as he shoots, Carmilla yanks me back. I am about to scream, but I feel a finger over my lips and a warm breath near my ear.
Don't!
Say nothing. I nod, watching the wasted shot roll along the ground. My savior, death herself waves a hand. Then, a thick patch of darkness soars forth and hides us within. I intently listen to how the man's heavy footsteps echo through the alleyway, near and far. You can run, demons, but never escape. Time will not forget the dishonor you dealt me and mine, and I will scour the earth to see justice done. We wait until his footsteps fade off into the distance. Carmilla drops the veil of darkness and walks into the store without a word. I stumble in after her, struggling to grasp what I had just witnessed.
Well...
Carmilla!
No.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey!
I do! You almost died! And he was like, straight up hunting you? Who was that guy? Carmilla sighs again, but this time she doesn't brush me off. He's the Baron, or the Mad Baron, as he's better known. We have, as some would call it, a history together. He was yelling a lot of mean stuff.
Yes.
Yes, well, it's his ancestors' fault.
Now...
A long, long time ago, the Mad Baron's ancestors struck a deal with me.
Anyway...
It was simple. I never harm his direct descendants, no matter how annoying they are. And in exchange, his family would cover up any accidents that might occur. She clicks her tongue in annoyance and shakes her head. If I had known how frustrating they would have to be they would be to deal with, however, I would have never made that deal. Accidents?
Yes.
I was young once and wasn't always as careful with blood as I am now. And the Baron's family, well, if I did not take them, surely pestilence or a failed harvest would have. She looks away, mumbling in bitterness. Was that a I heard? He's mostly upset because his house has fallen. Being terrible at your job can do that to you.
But, you know...
I mean, how is it my fault that his ancestors didn't do their cleanings properly? Even though Carmilla is pouting, I can sense a bit of guilt. Do you think he'll come back?
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately for me, he is as stubborn as he is imbecilic.
I have no idea.
I don't exactly know how he figured out that I work here, but now he knows we're affiliated. In fact, he may even try interrogating you. What a bother.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, he's not evil per se, so he would be pretty harmless to anyone who isn't me. Of course, he's still, well, you know, like that.
I'm sorry.
Goodness, I am incredibly sorry for getting you mixed up in all of this, Faye.
Well...
It's okay, now that I know, he's not really as scary as he was earlier.
Oh.
Oh, I have an idea. To make it up to you, I'll go over the darkness spell I used earlier with you. It allows you to cloak yourself in darkness and shadow. You may evade him like that.
Yes.
Yes, I am ready to stop, drop, and roll into the void away from that creep any day. I give her 2 thumbs up of approval, and she smiles at my antics.
I'll teach you.
Alright then, I'll teach you how to cast darkness. New spell acquired. Carmilla shows me the method. I thought she was just waving her hand, but the moment is really particular. When preparing the spell, I feel kind of like a ninja, or even spookier, a mime.
All right.
Oh, Carmilla, watch!
Darkness.
Darkness. I practice forming small veils of darkness around the shop, each one growing a little larger the more I concentrate on it. It's small, but it'll do the job. Well done, darling.
Yes.
I'll get better.
After all.
I need to repel that guy in case he ever comes back for you, right? Oh ho ho, the chances of that are quite low.
But.
You see, the neighborhood watch is quite exemplary at keeping his sword out. He does manage to slip by once in a blue moon, however. But...
Well.
Huh? Well, he won't get the best of me. Of that, I have no doubt. Awesome. We have 2 spells now. We know glow and we know darkness. Da-dee-da, can't find my books. Da-dee-da, must be stolen by crooks. You probably left them in the bag you lent to your roommate. I squint while protruding my lips and holding my chin in my hand as I think hard on mentally retracing my steps from not so earlier today.
Wow.
Whoa, I did do that, huh? Wait, Lulu, when did you get here?
What?
Lou,
Watch yourself.
it's Lawrence. Lawrence. Watch yourself, witch. Lawrence takes a moment to pause and sniff the air. The way his nose twitches is way too adorable. Or the next time you have eggs and bacon, I'll be coming to claim some for myself.
Wow.
How did you know all of this? Creepy. It's
No.
not... He sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose.
Again.
In case you forgot. Again, I am a werewolf. We have the best sense of smell in all of Halloween Town.
Now.
I caught your scent near Wes's shop, but it was muddled with several people mingling there at once. Since that Frankenstein creature came in not long after, and you so easily gave them your bag without a second thought, I assumed you lived together.
But
Although, I could imagine you doing something like that regardless.
Wow.
Wow, we do actually! That's some pretty impressive detective work! Ugh, sight is deceptive, but scents never lie.
Oh.
Oh! Hey, do you know where Damien is now?
Help me.
Help me track them down! I need my stuff for my next class!
do it yourself.
Find them yourself.
How?
Huh? How am I supposed to do that? I throw up my arms in a greatly exasperated manner and look at my werewolf companion with a huge pout on my face.
Like.
Not everyone has an all-seeing and all-knowing magic nose like you do. Well, you did ask me to teach you magic, didn't you? Yes?
I'll
Then
show
buckle up, Buttercup. I'll show you how to follow a scent the way I can using the spell Scent Track.
All right.
I'm all ears! Giddily, I cup one hand behind each ear. Lawrence lets out a disgruntled huff.
You. Pay attention.
We got a new potion. Pay attention, Faye, as I teach you how to cast Scent Track. New spell acquired! Now we know 3 spells! Lawrence demonstrates how I can smell the way wolves do. I thought it'd be complicated to improve my senses like that, but it was actually pretty simple. With the right spell, I guess anything is possible.
Set track.
Scent Track! After casting, I take a deep breath in through my nose as if there were a delicious brew cooking on the stovetop.
Wow.
Whoa, it's like a whole new world opened up right before my very nose!
Maybe.
So long as you get a good whiff of it first, you can track just about anything. Maybe even field, too. Track and field?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of running around. Physical exercise? Not my cup of tea. I don't have the words right now to convey how terrible that pun was, but I'll track you down later. I grin as I lean towards him and take a few sniffs.
Oh.
Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh my god, he's so cute! I want to pet him so bad! Hey now, you actually smell kind of nice! Sensational even! What?
Now.
Now, who's being creepy?
Come on.
Oh, come on, you started it. I mean it, though. You have a really earthy smell to you, like wildflowers and tree bark and... mud?
Well,
I like rolling in puddles when no one else is around. Puddles, really? Don't tell me you roll around in stinky dead things, too. With my mouth ajar, I slap both hands against my cheeks.
Oh.
Wait, is that why you work at... Okay, we're
We're
done
done.
here. But... leave.
leave.
All right.
Okay, fine. See it, smell you later, Lawrence. Oh, he's so cute! Okay, let's see. Let's learn some more spells and buy potions. Oh, I still need to buy some. I need some red, right? Oh, let's make potions. I need red. Okay, I used him before. Should I use him? Okay, let's just do 3 reds. I need some reds. Oh, wow, nice. Looking around the human shop, all I can see are couples that should be together. If only I could give them a nudge in the right direction. Oh, this sucks. Why do I have to work when I have such an important higher calling? No, bad Faye, I have to study. I look down at my open spell book, which sits on the counter. Mr. West told me I could study here until someone came to the register. And memorizing ingredients shouldn't be too hard. Right?
Well.
Let's see. Pumpkin root mixed with cherry eye? What's that? Oh wait, it says walleye. Who decided that learning potions meant reading anyway? All you do is dump a bunch of junk in a pot, so you should be able to wing it. Oh, what's the point in studying? They're both the same, aren't they? How am I supposed to pick? I lift my head and watch Carmilla flit between the shelves. When she spies the customer, there's a smile curling up her face and a glint of something in her eyes. She beelines towards him, then gently places a hand on his back.
My dear.
Oh dear, it's just packaged fingers.
You know?
Don't make the decision any harder than it has to be. They're both fine products. You'll notice the one on the left is dried while the right is fresh.
I'm sure.
Still, I'm sure a capable mage such as yourself will use both to its fullest potential. Oh, alright, I'll take both. I knew you were something special when I first saw you, darling. Her hand slithers up the customer's back, then drapes around his shoulder. Carmilla pulls in closer to him and a dark blush creeps up his neck as she does.
But, you know.
But you don't want to put your ingredients in just any old cauldron, do you? We've recently started carrying magical implements, and a miracle worker of your caliber deserves the best of the best. Or am I wrong? Well, alright, you have a point. You see, I'm making a... This continues for at least a good half hour. I'm absolutely mesmerized as I watch Carmilla direct him around the shop, whispering sweet suggestions in his ears. Eventually, I can't even see the customer's face behind the pile of goods in his arms. And, as expected, it takes forever to ring everything up when they finally arrive at the counter.
Thanks for your purchase.
Thank you so much for your purchase, doll. Don't be a stranger, you hear? Of course not, Miss Carmilla. I'll be back next week. No, tomorrow. I'll never go anywhere else. I knew you had remarkable taste. Thanks again. After the man pays, I watch, mouth hanging open, as he stumbles off with half the store in tow. There's a sudden gentle pressure on the bottom of my jaw as Carmilla closes it with her finger.
My dear.
Oh, little witch, don't tell me you've fallen for me too. No, but I think anyone who isn't as powerful as I am would have been falling all over themselves by now. You are amazing. But that wasn't all just you, was it? For someone who rarely studies, you've got keen intuition.
You're right.
You're absolutely right. Indeed, he liked me just fine. But I may have given him just a teensy nudge.
Right.
A magical nudge, right? Correct.
You know?
To elaborate for you, my struggling employee, we vampires have a natural ability to enthrall and hypnotize mortals or the lesser undead at our leisure. A spell you may refer to as enthrall.
Now.
If there's so much as a seed of potential for that feeling to flourish, we can... Smiling, she mimes the bloom of a flower with both hands.
Now.
Help it sprout, so to speak. So, you're saying you can instantly make anyone like you? The endless possibilities soon racked my brain. Imagine what a distinguished matchmaker, that's me, could do with a spell like... Not quite, love.
Now,
We can't do anything at all against those with indomitable wills, such as yourself, nor can we replace genuine feelings of friendship. Or love either, for that matter.
and
But
so,
enthrall makes friendship easy to imitate, so I try to be a little nice about it. It makes the job and other things much easier after all.
Wow.
I see. No wonder Mr. West has been singing your praises. Oh, has he now? Oh, ho, ho, ho. I suppose I am his best saleswoman, but I just work here for fun, not like you, my dear. Yes, it's super hard, Carmilla. I wish I was even half as beautiful and talented as you. She straightens up, places a hand against her cheek, and turns away to hide in her cape's collar. Carmilla's good at dishing out compliments, but she really can't take them, huh? Cute. Oh my, I suppose you do have a little potential. Tell you what, you've been poring over those books for hours, so I'll give you a real lesson as a reward for your flattery.
Alright!
I'm at your disposal, my lady. I take an exaggerated bow and grin up at her. She immediately clasps both hands together.
My dear.
Oh, you're so cute that I could just eat you up. Just don't think I'll go easy on you because of that.
Listen carefully.
Alright, listen carefully. I'll teach you how to cast Enthrall. New spell acquired! Yes! We get to work. Carmilla points out a page in my book with the potion of enthrallment, then steers me around the store so I can collect the ingredients myself. I think I learn better by doing things. It's easier to remember what everything is when I'm physically holding it all as well as being coached by someone else. Brewing takes a while, so Carmilla moves around helping other customers. Still, she manages to check in on me now and then. At one point, she sees my progress and even nods in satisfaction.
Well,
And that's everything. Now drink it all up, dear. That's the only way it'll work. I wrinkle my nose at the smell, like 2 or 3 perfumes that should never mix, but still pour the potion down my throat.
enthrall.
Enthrall!
How do you feel?
How do you feel? Kind of tingly?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Now,
Then that at least sounds correct for another being. Now wait until someone comes in to... Don't worry, I already have someone in mind. A mischievous grin slides across my lips as I call upstairs to Mr. West.
come on.
Hey, Mr. West! My voice echoes through the shop, but it's still nothing like the one that booms back at me. What?
Yes.
I need a raise! Huh? No way, newbie! You just started here! Get back to work! I blink in confusion. Then, exasperated, I turn back to Carmilla.
Huh?
What? Why didn't it work? Ugh, my poor sweet student.
Practice.
It's your very first time enthralling. It takes significant practice to make it work on someone like grumpy old Mr. West. You would need to be almost as excellent as Moy.
Duh.
Aww.
Don't you worry.
But don't worry your pretty little head one bit, my dear. Carmilla gives me a few short pats on the top of my head.
You know?
The lovely Carmilla will teach you all sorts of things, and you'll be rolling in the dough in no time at all. How does that sound?
Wow.
Great, you really are the best, Carmilla.
Oh my.
Oh my, I think I'm going to enjoy watching your progress, Faye.
My dear.
Let's continue to work hard. Can't have you failing those exams, no? Okay, so let's, since we made some potions, let's, learn some spells. Let's see, we learned one of her spells. We learned one of his spells. Wait, did we? No, we learned one of her spells. Okay, so darkness is done. Let's see, what do we have? We could do scuttle, philosophize. Philosophize. Oh, we don't have enough yellow. We don't have any yellow. Okay. No yellow. Ooh, defeat dragons or make some fried eggs. Let's do this. Learn the spells. Faye, nightshade, the stress, the worry. I've been wondering, Faye. What?
Well,
Setting aside this Halloween exam's momomania, isn't there a spell that you'd actually like to learn? A spell I'd like to learn?
yes.
Yeah, I thought it might be a little less stressful for you to learn a spell you've always wanted to learn. You mean, such as a spell to make every matchmaking party I have a huge success?
No.
No. Anyway, you don't need a spell to manage that. A tinge of pink tickles my cheeks. Thanks, Zero. I'm by far, without a shadow of a doubt, the most amazing matchmaker in Dwemermere High, aren't I?
Wait.
That wasn't a... Wait, that sort of was a compliment, was it? Ugh.
It's
Love, love, love makes the world go round, round, round.
You know.
Let me put it this way. Suppose everyone you know has already found happiness in true love, and there isn't anyone left to matchmake with anyone else anymore.
right.
I'm trying to get there, you mustn't rush me!
Hey!
That's not what I meant! Calm down, Zero. Breathe in. Breathe out. I slowly move my arms up and down in alignment with my breathing for Zero to see. His brow twitches slightly at the sight.
That means...
What I wish to say is, given the situation I described just now, wouldn't there be a spell you'd be interested in learning? When I was little, do you remember the fantasy stories we would read together? I do. I also recall you were a lot less insufferable then.
Yes.
I love the tales of powerful mages who could call lightning down from the sky, cleave mountains apart, and hurl fiery infernos.
Yeah.
I used to daydream about how cool it would be if I were a mage like that, battling the forces of evil with awesome spells.
Yes.
Summoning lightning and cleaving mountains are a little advanced at this time. But how would you like to learn how to throw fireballs?
Oh.
You mean I can?
Yes.
I do. It's one of the most basic spells there is, and even a chronically traunt witch like you should be able to get the hang of it in no time.
Amazing.
Awesome! Teach me, Zero!
Alright.
Alright, prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast Fireball. New spell acquired!
Fireball.
Fireball! As the area between my palms grow warm, a small, like sphere of fire flickers to life.
Wow.
Wow, fire! I made fire!
Mm-hmm.
You should have been able to cast this 10 months ago. Well, it's better late than never, I suppose.
Zero.
Zero, follow me!
Huh?
Where are you going? I dashed down the stairs to the kitchen with Zero trailing the air noiselessly behind me.
Fireball.
Zero, watch! Fireball! I toss the fireball onto the stovetop, which starts burning. I grab a pan, smear some butter on the surface, and crack 2 eggs onto it.
I see.
I hold the pan over the stove. Soon the eggs are crackling, and a savory smell fills the air.
Yes.
Fireball fried eggs!
Yes.
Yes, quite. Fireball, while primarily used as combat magic, is a favorite of mages who arrange their barbecue on a day with damp weather. Next, I fill a kettle with water and throw in a satchel of tea leaves.
Right.
I'm going to make Fireball boiled tea too.
Well
I'm
done.
so glad you are finding so many domestic uses for this spell. But tell me, Faye, when are you going to give battle to a ravening kraken with your fiery inferno, save a beleaguered city by incinerating hordes of the undead led by an evil necromancer?
Well.
Zero, I know I am long way away from being a true witch. I know I'm starting late, and I know there are so many things to learn in so little time. But I'm trying my best in my own way, and I know how lucky I am to have you here, helping me push through it, Zero.
Please.
Will you continue lending me your support, like you always have through all this time? Ugh. He stares deeply at my person before nodding gently and nearly hiding what is the softest smile I've ever seen from him.
Eventually.
Yes. Yes, I will. Oh, cute. We had a cute moment. Since there were basically no customers, I was lounging near the cash register and flipping through a magazine. That's when I got interrupted by someone clearing their throat. Glancing up, I saw Damien, who looked extremely uncomfortable. After my usual dance around them and them shying away, they finally confessed to having lost an ear that they were now looking to replace. Using Scent Track, I was able to locate a fitting one in a flash, rewarding me with one of Damien's rare smiles and a pat on the back from Mr. West. At the end of the day, I even got more tips than usual. Nice. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, okay, so let's buy some potions then. I need blue and yellow? I need blue and yellow, right? How much money do I have left? Let me see. I have 10. Okay, let me buy two yellow. Oh, 2 yellow. 1 yellow then. Okay. Okay. Let's learn a spell again. Should we learn one of Damien's spells? Scuttle, Philosophize, Engineered perfection. Being tall. Gentle giant. Engineered perfection. Let's try that out.
Come on.
Oh, come on, you dumb bottle. Open. Sessa stopper. Oh. Hocus Corcus. Abracaplug bye. Faye, what on earth are you doing?
Damien!
Oh, Damien, great timing. It's this
Well,
potion bottle. It won't open at all, and I've tried everything. Here, let me try.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you just have to tap the bottle to release the pressure, and then... okay, maybe this one is above the level of my current strength.
Yes.
Right? You'll have to be a werewolf to open this sucker up. I hold out my hand to take back the bottle, but Damien hasn't given up yet. I look up and notice that their eyes are now closed. Damien, I don't think astral projection is going to...
Huh?
Whoa! Damien suddenly hulks out. Or, well, at least one of their arms does. I can see the muscles bulge from underneath their suit jacket as they grunt and take off the stopper with one good twist.
All right.
Got it. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, but forget about that. Let's talk about your workout routine.
What?
My what?
Like,
Your superhuman grind. How did you do that? I didn't even see you cast a spell. I poke their buff arm, causing Damien to laugh softly.
You know.
It's just my maker's work. You know how it is. He put a lot of dedicated effort into crafting me. Over the years, I came to understand a bit more about the type of magical engineering that went into it, while, patching myself up all the time.
Oh!
And that gave you anchor arms?
That's right.
In a way. I learned how to strengthen parts of my body by focusing and using the spell, Engineered Perfection.
Just in case.
Want me to show you? In case you need any more bottles?
Yes.
Or you have any more bottles? Do you even have to ask?
All right.
All right.
Watch closely, please.
Watch closely, please, Faye. I'll try and teach you how to cast Engineered Perfection. New spell acquired. Damien shows me some sort of magical meditation technique. My eyes were shut for most of it, and the longer I focused on my arm, the heavier it felt. Once I'm spell ready, I pump my arm into the air and holler, adding in a fun spin on my toes for theatrical measure.
Engineered perfection.
Engineered Perfection! Haha, you can open your eyes now. Looking up at my arm, I notice it is now flexing with great, newfound muscle tone.
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Right.
Now I'm not only the best matchmaker in school, but the strongest one too! I don't think there are any other matchmakers.
Naturally.
Exactly! No competition! They'd see my one wonderfully buff arm and fall to their knees, unable to do anything. But you know, I want to make sure these puppies aren't just for show. So, arm wrestle me, Damien.
Okay.
Okay then. But just don't think I'll give you an easy win.
Right.
Same here. We put our giant hulking arms together and hold hands in the least romantic way possible. But it's still pretty nice. I feel them squeeze.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
go.
Go! Phase Meteor Fist!
Ah,
Hey, don't cheat! I try to get the upper hand by taking quicker initiative, but Damien catches up quickly. It's almost like they have been using this spell all their life or something. For a long moment, we're in a stalemate over the counter, equal in strength in every way.
Yeah.
Ha!
ah.
Ugh! Focusing all my strength, I finally get them on the ropes. Huh? Don't look so confident when you're losing. I'll show you my real power. As I get ready to go for a final push, my dumb magic starts fizzling.
No.
Oh no! Just when I thought I'd slam right over to the other side, Damien gently sets my limp hand on the table. I feel their shoulders shaking as they attempt to poorly suppress their laughter.
Yes.
Yeah, your real power. Quite literally.
Hey.
Hey, you clearly have more experience. Don't laugh. It's just you were so dramatic and... They work a little harder to cover their mouth while laughing. Cute, but still.
Duh.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're
You're
right.
absolutely right. I am more experienced.
What?
But you will be too, the more you use it. We're both still learning in the end.
Well.
I guess you're right. The little light bulb in my head goes off, and I let out a big grin.
Right.
Best 2 out of 3?
Sure.
And the victor receives lunch and dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on! The match continues for the rest of the afternoon. By the end of it, I have to figure out where to get the money to buy Damien every meal for the rest of the week. Rats. Da-dee-da, got no money. Da-da-da, got bad grades. Please, oh, please come to my... 8? I swoop around the corner just to catch Damien sitting near the stairs. What are they up to today? Phew, almost finished. Just one more after this, around the knee.
Damien!
Hiya! Or is it hiya? Whoa! I open my palms like a baseball catcher, half expecting one of their eyes to pop out in surprise. Thankfully, everything stays put this time. Faye, please don't sneak up on me like that. Sorry. I don't know. I didn't know you were this focused. But what are you doing? I thought I heard a whoop. To imitate the sound, I zip out my arms in a long, exaggerated stance. Oh, that was... Damien moves aside to reveal a disembodied human leg. A needle and thread is moving on its own to stitch up a cut just below the... This is an arm? This is an arm with a hand and wrist attached. Wait, hold on. Moving on its own?
Wow!
Damien, you never told me you could do magic? Oh, that's... It's just an enchantment that my maker taught me. It's nothing special.
Wow.
Hey, it's still more than I can do.
It's a magic
No,
spell.
really, it's nothing special. Just the stitch spell.
I
I could teach you to do it too. I mean, if you want, that is.
Thank you!
Really? Yes, thank you, Damien.
But...
But, if this was from someone who was causing you problems, you know you can talk to me, right?
Huh?
Problems? I gesture at their detached leg, which is obviously not in that great of a shape.
like...
If someone did this to you, they'll definitely be hearing from me. Oh my
It's
gosh,
not
no, not like that at all. Some of the parts I get from Mr. West at the human shop are just a bit,
You see?
bargain quality, you see. Damien fidgets, trying to find a way to convey their meaning without saying a single bad word about Mr. West.
Oh!
So, you mean that they're all a bit as worn and banged up as this guy?
Yes.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Naturally sourced can, imply a lot of things. Anyway, just, watch this. Damien recollects the needle from the leg and threads it. They remove a small pink vial from their ribcage and dip the end of the thread in the liquid, murmuring an incantation. Eh? I think I've heard this somewhere. Perhaps in class. Once, before I fell asleep. Almost instantly, the needle leaps from Damien's fingertips and begins working on stitching shut a cut above his knee.
Wow!
Whoa, Damien, that's amazing! Let me try.
Sure.
Sure? Oh, sure. I bought some hands that need some stitching.
Hmm.
There's an extra vial of ichor in the bag, too. You can... I swoop over to said bag. Try on those. I'm glad you're so enthusiastic.
After all...
Why wouldn't I be? You're an awesome teacher. They look a bit flustered by my last remark.
Watch closely.
Watch
please.
closely, Faye. I'll try and teach you how to cast Stitch. New spell acquired. Also, I should probably save, right? Here we go. I should save once in a while.
Stitch!
So, I just hold it like this and stitch. Following Damien's example, I made the wound begin to stitch itself back up. Damien, I'm doing it. It's working perfectly. It's... The fingers suddenly start moving, and the hand springs up at me.
Be careful.
Faye! Oh, cutie! Look at him! Without a word, Damien, my sweet, shy little Damien, charges forward like my valiant knight. They smack down that nasty palm as if it were an insect, with a rolled-up newspaper from the table nearby, and the hand collapses.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? You have to be careful with the intonation of animation spells, or you may end up, raising something. Noted. Sorry, I'll be super extra careful from now on, but... I jump up at Damien and pull them into a hug.
Wow!
That was really cool, Damien, the way you went flying in with your magic newspaper.
Thank you!
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. But That wasn't much, really. My maker, he just do that whenever my spells got out of control, so... What's wrong? It's nothing, but I think that concludes our lesson for the day. I think it concluded when the hand died back there. Damien tenses up at the word died. I'm kind of curious, but my people skills tell me they aren't ready to talk about it, so I bite my tongue and push back my usual nightshade ways for them. Anyways, thank you for the lesson, Damien. Damien doesn't seem to hear me, likely lost in thought, so in an effort to give my dear friend some space, I see myself out. Maybe another time, then. Oh, ooh, okay, so we are early dawn, shit. Okay, early dawn, October 26th. Okay, let's see. Shall we make more? We need some more yellow potions. Shall we? Let me go buy one. Okay. And then I need to make... I want to make... Okay, I should make yellow, purple, red. Yellow, purple, red. Now, I could do... Triple your potion output for your third choice. Oh, if you brew 3 different potions, she will give you 2 random additional potions. We're doing 3 different ones. Okay, let's have Carmilla assist us. Okay. Nice. Okay, now let's learn some spells. Let's see. Move objects without touching them like a haunting. Let out a screech. Ooh, floating. Floating sounds fun.
0.
Look at the geese! Off they go for winter vacation. Above us, a flock of wild geese are winging southward. The pattern of their flight moves light and graceful against the deepening twilight. You know, I sometimes wonder what it would be like to be a bird flying south, crossing roaring, dark seas and never-ending desert dunes.
Yes.
The ruins of forgotten cities and new towns bursting to life. And through orchards and cavern trails and little sparkling oases and over the high, lonely velvet in bloom. Zero and I are silent for a moment as we contemplate how wonderful the bird's annual pilgrimages must be. Sadly, I do not know any spell that lets you turn into a wild goose. But...
Well...
Do you want to know how it feels to be airborne?
Can you teach me?
You can teach me how to fly? Really?
No.
Almost. I can teach you a spell that allows you to hover. You won't grow wings or dance in the sky or feel the shouting wind sweep against your face. But hover will let you slip the surly bonds of the earth. For a time. 0! Teach me hover! Alright. Prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast hover. New spell acquired. Hover! Some dull and heavy force, which I hadn't realized was dragging me down all this time, begins to fray. My shoulders feel light, as though I had slipped off a bag full of stones. 0! My feet! They're...
Yes.
No longer touching the ground. Yes, we have liftoff.
Don't worry.
You'll find it difficult to keep upright in the air on your first attempt. Don't worry, it's perfectly natural. 0! I'm flying! I'm flying! I fling my arms out wide, as I would if they were wings. The dry autumn breeze caressing my face, my hair, and my skin.
Alright!
Geese! All you silly geese, watch this! I dart at the small clutch of wild geese circling above, watching me half in askance and half in curiosity. As I inch closer, they erupt in a cacophony of indignant cries and dart off in every direction, leaving me gasping with laughter.
Yes!
I can fly! I can fly! 0, let's fly south too! If only we could. Huh? What's happening? My arms feel heavy.
Don't.
You've done extraordinarily well for someone who has cast hover for the first time. Don't push your luck, Faye. It isn't safe to try to climb any higher. Why not? I'm going to keep flying.
Well...
Time for you to come back down to Earth, before Earth drags you down and makes you flatter than a pancake. Flatter than a pancake? That's what
how
happens
it
when you run
is.
out of magic, and gravity takes its revenge.
Pay attention.
This is hover, not insubstantiate. You still have a physical form after all. Oh. Reluctantly, I give in to the pulling forces that seem intent on bringing me down from the air.
You know.
Those who just learned hover usually cannot keep airborne higher than a few inches and longer than a few seconds.
But
With more practice, you can learn to go higher and longer, but you will have a limit, as do I. Even you? My feet once again brush the ground. I find myself doubled over and panting, as though I had just run a marathon. Of course, at your altitude just now, we poltergeists can use hover pretty much indefinitely, but even we have a limit to how high we can reach before our magic fails us. When we cast hover, we use supernatural magic to surpass the limitations placed on us by nature, for a minute, an hour, a day. But their flight, Faye. We turn to watch the last little specks from the flock of wild geese, disappearing from view into the horizon.
Yes.
Is a magic all of its own. Mr. West told me to go to the storage room and get a rather specific item for a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expansive catacomb-like area, but how was I supposed to remember all that? When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger just a few shelves over and quickly went to inspect it. And as expected, I found myself utterly lost afterwards. Oh, the cute art. After stumbling through the storage room for what felt like forever, I finally made it back outside. Only to find Mr. West glaring at me from the top of the stairs. Apparently, he was about to go searching for me because the customer had left, deciding the item wasn't worth the wait anymore. Since I cost him quite a bit of money, Mr. West decided to take it out on my salary. You know, Zero.
Yes.
Yes, Faye?
Well,
I've been thinking, I know very little about you, don't I?
That's right.
You know very little about everything, Faye. That is why you are in such an imminent danger of flunking your exams and getting expelled from Dwemermere High. Speaking of which, how far did you progress with tonight's study plans? You've been by my side the whole time. You probably know the answer to that question better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
Do I? In which case, I must warn you that unless you start studying seriously and stop wasting time asking inane questions.
Right.
That's just it. I fold my arms across my chest in the most exasperated expression I can muster. Zero isn't escaping this time.
Huh?
Huh?
Like,
Whenever I bring up the topic of your past, you try to deflect it and change the subject. Do I now?
yes,
You do! Zero, you're my oldest friend, and I want to know more about you. But if you don't wish to tell me anything, all you have to do is say so, and I'll stop because I respect your privacy. Well, it isn't a matter of my privacy. He lets out a defeated sigh.
Actually,
The reason I don't like to talk about my past is hardly that glamorous. I simply haven't much of a past to talk about. But you've been a poltergeist for quite a long time, haven't you?
yes.
For much, much too long.
My earliest
My
memories.
earliest memories were of haunting the north part of the graveyard in... The name escapes me. It was a quaint little English village.
I remember.
I remember the vane on the church steeple agleam in midday, and the low, sad chimes of the church bell, telling the hour to those whom time no longer meant anything. His eyes were hazy like the night sky as he reminisces about the distant memories of his past.
Oh!
It sounds so peaceful there. He whips his head up towards me, my comment having broken him from his trance.
No.
Peaceful? It was so unbearably boring that it drove me out of my mind.
Eventually.
One fine night, I decided I couldn't stand it any longer and left. I went here and there, haunting whatever took my fancy. Lonely, windswept roads, crumbling, disused castles, and dark, quaking tarns. Were you fond of those days? Not a bit.
In the past.
I was light and free and at a loss, so to speak. I drift aimlessly, wherever the wind blew. One evening, I wound up here, in Halloween Town.
Actually.
I hadn't planned to stay longer than I did anywhere else, but for one reason after another, I never was able to get around to leaving. Eventually, I just got used to the idea of living here. Is there anything you miss? But living here is great, isn't it? I want to ask, is there anything you miss?
Like,
Is there anything you miss from when you were, I mean, from where you came from?
I forgot.
If there is, I've forgotten. I know I once missed my family and friends in the slow, bitter nights when I was alone. Now I can't remember their names or their faces or what their laughter sounded like. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
Don't be. A lot of water has flown under these bridges, and a good thing at that. I gaze into Zero's eyes, which have become low and smoldering like embers about to die. Instinctively, I reach out to touch him, but check myself at the last moment. Zero observes with a sad smile. What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Well...
That the thing holding you is losing its grip. What does that mean?
That means...
It means my memory is weakening in my old age, which is pardonable, since I have been in Halloween Town long before you were even born. But you, my dear Faye, are young, and unless my memory starts improving dramatically and with great haste, you will fail your Halloween exams and get expelled from school. Fine, be that way. I turn to my books in a huff. Just as I am about to lift my pen, Zero speaks up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Faye. Huh? What for?
Nothing.
Nothing. Never mind. We spend the rest of the night in companionable silence. Okay. Witching hour. We have money. Let's just buy one more. Wait. Yellow, was it? We needed? Just one. We only have 5 coins. Okay. So, let's learn another spell? Yeah, let's learn another spell. Can we freeze a small area with your ghostly chill? Let out a screech, move objects without touching them like a haunting. Summon any vampire allied nocturnal creature. Ooh. Detect anything living with blood nearby. Climb up a nearby surface. We would need purple for that. Oh, she can teach us fly. Okay. Is that similar to hover? Let's try that. Oh, wait, we need 2 purple. Oh, okay. I have to make more purple then. Let's see. I want to learn fly because we learned hover already, but I need more purple. Let's learn something then. Let's learn clones. Scuttle. Faye Nightshade, the wonderful, the thoughtful, the Hey, Damien.
Huh?
Yes? Do you ever get the uncanny feeling that you've forgotten something? Because I'm getting that real bad right now. Like super duper bad. Really? I don't think we missed anything on the shopping list. And you didn't forget your wallet today.
Right.
Right, what could it be then? Oh well, it might be nothing. Maybe I just forgot the brew I learned earlier.
Help me.
Here, can you hold these for me? I have to unlock the door.
Of course.
Of course. I hand Damien the bags in one of my hands as I fiddle around for the keys.
Crab apples.
Ah, crab apples. Did you maybe find something you forgot?
Well...
I think I left my keys on the table. Zero is going to roast the stuffing out of me if I call him to phase through the door again.
Oh.
Oh, you don't need to call anyone.
Please.
Please, allow me. Damien sets the bags down for a moment and pulls gently at a string on their wrist.
Huh?
Your hands? Shh. The action causes their hands to fall right off, and Damien chants something under their breath. Their fingers curl before jumping up and scuttling towards the vent. Shh. The hands manage to squirm into the house through the vent cover while Damien closes their eyes to focus. We wait for a few minutes, but eventually...
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it. The door swings open.
Wow.
Whoa! Wowie, wow! Damien, what kind of magic is that? It's super handy.
It's nothing.
It's just a basic animation spell that my maker taught me a long time ago.
What?
But it kind of scares people, as you could guess. So I try not to use it very often.
I'm sure.
It'd be a great Halloween trick, that's for sure.
Oh.
Or if you wanted to use it for comedic relief, for comedic effect with those give me a hand kind of jokes. They practically know how to write themselves, but With a big smile, I wink and hold up my palms, fingers spread, while shaking them enthusiastically.
Yes.
Ha ha ha, yeah.
I could...
But if you are interested, I could probably teach you how to do it.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. But I'd rather keep my hands where they are for, personal reasons. You know how it is. No, I don't mean like that.
Of course not.
Of course not. Goodness, I would never want to hurt you.
My maker.
My maker couldn't do it in the same way I can either, so he crafted a, living variation of the spell called Shuttle.
Although...
It works exactly like the one I use, though.
Oh.
You mean I could just summon a disembodied hand out of nowhere? Wouldn't someone want that back?
Not quite.
Not quite. It's more like an illusory copy, but it's hard to explain in words.
All right.
I got it! In that case, teach away, Professor Damien. I'm ready to learn.
Okay.
Okay. Watch closely, please. I'll try and teach you how to cast Shuttle. Oh, Scuttle. Scuttle. I kept saying Shuttle. It's Scuttle. Like scurrying around. Scuttle. New spell acquired.
All right.
All right, Faye. Repeat after me. Damien starts the spell, and their fingers curl again before hopping out onto the floor. I repeat after them.
Scuttle.
Scuttle! I hold out my hands and poof! Hand in hand. With myself!
Good work.
Good work.
Yes.
Yes, good! Be free, my five-fingered friend! I launch my clone hand like I'm sending it into battle, and it scuttles along after Damien's hand.
Damien.
Damien, let's shake hands!
All right.
All right. We shake, but the moment my hand lets go of theirs, my new companion crumples into a small pile of dust on the floor and disappears.
No way.
Oh no, did I mess something up? They went too soon from this world. I crouched down over where the apparition had just been in dramatic mourning of my sudden loss.
No.
No, you did a wonderful job.
What?
But because it's just a copy, the illusion hand can't last very long in the real world.
That's...
Without a host for the spell to grab onto, it lasts about 30 seconds tops. 30 seconds? I giddily spring to my feet. I know! I want to clone my head next!
Don't do
No,
it.
you absolutely cannot. Oh no, you absolutely don't.
Why?
Aw, why not? Think of the possibilities! Just,
Please don't.
please trust me on this. Never, ever, ever try to create a copy of your own head.
All right.
Okay, but what about your...
No.
No.
Duh.
Aw, you're no fun sometimes.
After all.
And you missed out on the possibility of an entire witches' brigade made up of the best matchmaker in Dwimmermere High. Damien watches as I fold my arms and pout, signaling my yield to their firm request. They let out a sigh of relief and smile softly at me.
I think that's
For the sake of humanity, I think that's for the best.
0.
Zero! I figured it out!
How?
How to pass your Halloween exams?
No.
No, how to hug you! We can use Scuttle to hug Zero finally? To hug me?
Yes.
Yep. I'm
sorry.
sorry, I don't follow.
Well.
I can't hug you, and whenever I try to, I end up messing up your essence, right?
That's right.
Right, Faye. Very annoying, too.
Hmm.
Because I'm made of flesh and blood, while you're a spirit of ether and magic. Taken you that long to figure out, has it? Almost 180 years. But listen to this.
Well,
I'm all ears, for better or for worse. What if I turn into a spirit of ether and magic, too? Oh, good heavens, Faye. The Halloween exams are difficult, but they're not lethal. You won't be facing any obstacles that could actually kill you, you know. I don't mean that.
I see.
Then you've lost me.
Can you teach
I mean, teach me a spell I can cast to transform the best matchmaker in Dwimmermere, me, into a poltergeist like you. Oh, so maybe you can't use Scuttle? That's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it.
All right.
It could be pretty useful to you for the exams.
Yes.
Then there is a spell that will transform me into a spooky spirit version of myself? My choice of words makes him roll his eyes before continuing with his explanation. Almost. Insubstantiate will make your form ghost-like. You'll be able to walk through walls, turn invisible, and hover in midair, just like any poltergeist.
All right.
That sounds super cool! Teach me the spell, Zero.
Pay attention.
Alright, prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast Insubstantiate. New spell acquired.
Insubstantiate.
Insubstantiate. I feel myself growing lighter, fainter. Ghostlier? I can't find my balance! Whoa!
Careful!
Careful. Zero makes as if to lunge for me, but checks himself at the last moment.
So,
It's easy to lose your balance in ghost form, because you no longer have a center of gravity. In fact, gravity doesn't even apply to you anymore. Hover, Faye, hover! This takes a little getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it, as did I.
Zero!
Hovering! Zero, look, I'm hovering!
Huh?
Huh, you're a surprisingly quick learner. What do you mean, surprisingly?
Well...
Wait a second. I'm a poltergeist now, aren't I?
Yes.
For the moment, insubstantiate gives you a spirit's basic form for a fixed span of.
Right.
That means I can hug you at last!
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Without waiting for Zero to finish, I throw my arms around him gleefully. Whoa! You can't. Aw! What happened? It felt all cold and dizzy. Now you know how I feel when you try to hug me. Why?
Because
Poltergeists are as incapable of touching each other as living beings are incapable of touching us. Oh, that sucks! Touch requires physical contact, and we poltergeists have nothing physical to offer. I see. Oh, now, don't look so crestfallen. Here, come with me. Zero starts drifting upward. His head touches the roof, then disappears right through. Zero?
Come with me.
Come along. Drawing in a deep breath, I concentrate on floating upward.
Wow!
I'm floating!
Mhm.
Steady, Faye. Almost. It's easier to pass through barriers for the first time if you close your eyes. Passing through the roof felt weird, like something went into and out of me that was there and not there at the same time. When I opened my eyes again, the starry night spreads endlessly above, illuminated by a brilliant crescent moon.
Amazing!
Amazing!
In the past.
I loved to sit on rooftops and watch the night go by a long, long time ago. Oh, Chibi Zero! Now, I can get on rooftops much more easily, but floating is not sitting, and sometimes I... Zero?
Hmm.
Do you miss...
What?
Miss what?
Well...
You know, having a physical body? Zero tenses up and turns to me scornfully.
Huh?
Do I miss stubbing my toe? Do I miss tripping over branches and falling flat on my face? Do I miss having to climb flight after flight of stairs to get to the roof, only to find the door locked and the key hidden away? Huh? Do you, Zero?
Mind your own
business, Faye. Oh no! He got mad. Okay, let's make some more potions. I need more blue. Wait, I want to learn fly. So I need blue and purple, which means I need to make blue and purple. Wait, how many purple do I need? I need 2 purple. Okay. Use Lawrence. Blue, and I need... Okay. Lawrence drops the crate with a heavy thud, then wipes his hands against each other, feeling accomplished yet unaware of my presence. Heh. I think that's all the deliveries for today. Maybe now I can finally nap. Laurie! Ugh. Oh, he's so sad. Lawrence turned stiffly to face me, his ears flattened against his hair.
Again.
Which, I told you 1,000 times, my name is... I know. Lawrence, right? Cute. I watch as his ears perk back up again. They look so soft, so fuzzy, so But how do you expect me to call you by your name if you don't use mine? I guess you have a point. His ears twitch a little and droop as he looks away. Is that a pout hiding behind his mask? Right. That's it! I can't hold myself back any longer! I'm so sorry! Sorry for... Lawrence makes a noise somewhere between a whimper and a whine as I grab him in a headlock and ruffle his ears to my heart's content. I discover that if you scratch behind them, his foot starts tapping, but he grabs me by the shoulders and pulls away before I can learn much more than that.
What are you doing?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry.
Your ears are just so unbelievably cute. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You have
Well,
to.
you have to. You can't just go around touching people like that. At least ask first.
Oh, you mean...
Oh, so you would have said yes if I...
No.
No! My ears aren't a toy for foolish people to play with. My hearing is a lot more sensitive than yours. Every tap is an echo that reverberates in my head. Oh, I can't even imagine what that must be like. Ugh, if I teach you, will you leave them be? Teach me. Teach me.
Wow.
Oh gosh, you're going to show me how to have super cute puppy ears?
No.
No, pumpkin head. I'll teach you what big ears. A spell to improve your hearing.
Duh.
Aww.
Well.
Oh well, I suppose that could be useful too.
Right.
They're better to hear you with, my dear, am I right? I wink playfully at him, and he thumps his palm against his forehead. Ugh, you're so... Anyways, pay attention. This is how you cast What Big Ears. New spell acquired.
What big ears.
Oh, what big ears! I didn't think it was possible to improve your hearing through a very few easy steps. But with a few simple gestures and the magical words, everything is a lot more in focus. Otolaryngologists would hate us.
That should do it.
That should have worked. Tell me what you hear. I hear the beetles crawling around in the grass, the crows flapping their wings above us.
Good.
Good. Anything else?
Well.
There are glasses clinking near the cafe down the hill from here. And...
How?
What? Something is growling really close by. It isn't you, is it? No, but I don't hear a thing. Lawrence watches the area around us carefully, alert and ready for action. He seems to be taking this seriously. I hear the growl again, and without a doubt, it's definitely coming from Lawrence.
Well.
Are you sure it isn't you?
Of course.
Of course it's not. Go back home. The lesson is over. But Lawrence!
Watch
It might be
yourself.
unsafe. A witch that can't use many spells won't be able to defend themselves. He folds his arms and nods affirmatively at his own deductions. I'll
do
look
it.
into the weird noise by myself. All right. Lawrence turns to leave. I hear the growling again as he dashes off into the woods. Just saving. Okay. That's when I suddenly realized that was his stomach, wasn't it? Oh, cute. Hey, Lawrence, wait, it's okay. Maybe I'll bring along a box of treats or a dog bone next time. Okay, we're Crimson Dusk, day 27. We have no money. No money. Should we go to work? Should we make... Oh, we can finally make, we can finally learn fly. I want to learn fly. As the continuation of hover, right? As I turn the corner of the alleyway heading to the human shop, I notice the lights are out. I check the time on the clock tower nearby. I'm pretty sure we should be open right now. Was there another holiday this close to Halloween? I don't think so. After all, I keep a tab on all the holidays for my matchmaking purposes. I approach the door and cautiously take hold of the handle and pull. It swings open easily, and the little bell echoes through the empty space. Inside, the store is pitch black. Even the street lamps outside can barely illuminate more than a few inches indoors, as if something is stopping them from doing so. Magic? I feel my heart thump heavily inside my chest as I step into the store. Carmilla, are you there? My voice comes out as a tiny, frightened squeak. I clear my throat and reach out for a candle, or any sort of light really, only to knock one of the displays over instead. Sounded like the pickled eyeballs too by the squelch. I definitely don't look forward to cleaning that up later.
Hello?
Carmilla? Mr. West? Suddenly, a sharp breeze nearly knocks my hat off. I gasp, instinctively, crouching down and covering my head. When I look up, I see a small silhouette balancing on the second floor balustrade, candle in hand. Well, 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 what do we have here? Huh? Who are you? You enter the domain of Countess Carmilla, mortal. Being of the night, ruler of the creatures of darkness, mistress to time itself.
Crab apples.
Carmilla, it's you? Carmilla swoops down from the second floor, her cape billowing like a dark cloud around her. I yelp as she lands in front of me with the agility of a cat. Her footsteps are silent against the floorboards. The candles suddenly light up all at once, banishing the eerie darkness. Carmilla stands above me, her shoulders trembling with laughter. Oh, you are surprisingly easy to spook, my dear. An odd trait for a witch. Hey, that wasn't funny! I nearly had a heart attack. No, 3 heart attacks. I clutched my head for emphasis and pressed against my forehead with the back of my hand, as though I were seconds away from passing out. The previously nosy thuds of my heart against my ribcage began to die down. Dear me. Well, rest assured, little witch, I would take responsibility if you were feeling faint. How did you even do that? Jumping from so high, I mean. Is there some kind of wire attached to your back? I spin Carmilla around and search but find nothing. She crosses her arms and gently shoos me away. Of course not. Vampires can fly. We are all powerful apex predators for a reason. So, you could have just gotten that skeleton by yourself the other day without me falling off the ladder? Not quite. Fly is, I suppose, a stretch, despite being the name of the spell. We can only glide and swoop down from high places. Soaring high up is nigh impossible. It is not quite like a witch upon their broomstick. Before I can even ask, Carmilla smirks at me. But flight is certainly an appropriately witchy skill, is it not? Would you like to learn how to do it? Duh, of course! But what kind of things can this spell be used for? There always seems to be something. Aesthetic. Come again? You can't expect every spell to have some kind of ingrained use or higher purpose, you know. Some of these things are just for entertainment. It simply looks positively captivating when you swoop down upon your audience. But I suppose a klutz such as yourself could utilize it to curb your falling habit as well. Ooh, I guess I can't argue with that. So, will you teach me, O being of the night, ruler of the creatures of darkness, mistress to time? She blushes as I recite her earlier lines and flails her arms dismissively at me.
I'll teach you.
All right, already. Follow me. I'll teach you how to cast fly. New spell acquired. Or so she said. She led me to the balustrade, explained the process of casting the spell, and even demonstrated it a few times. But, Carmilla, I'm not so sure about this.
Come on.
Come now. You're never going to learn if you just keep watching me. Do you fear heights, my dear? Oh, sweetheart. You're absolutely certain you still want to do this? I nod. In response, Carmilla sighs and climbs up on the balustrade beside me, then takes my hand. Very well. If even the great Fae Nightshade is daunted by this task, we shall do it together. Okay. On 3 then. That's the spirit, love. All right. 1, 2, 3. Fly. I squeeze my eyes shut, and together we leap from the balustrade. Hands intertwined, Carmilla and I glide down to the first floor of the shop. Eventually, we manage to make a silent landing near the front door. I gape at her, amazed, with my smile hammering against my chest. Carmilla returns my look with her smug smile.
Wow.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Amazing.
That was amazing, Carmilla!
Right.
I feel like, as long as you're here, I really can do anything. Oh, what a charmer you are.
Now.
Though, the only thing we should be doing for now is preparing for customers. We're never as busy this close to Halloween, so I may have taken a few, liberties earlier with the schedule. Leave it to me! As I was stocking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. Somehow, I got the feeling they were up to no good, but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. After improving my hearing, I realized they were planning to drop a darkness bomb so they could rob us blind. Literally. I had them leave before they could do any harm. When I told Mr. West about the almost incident, he rewarded me for my trouble. I think I had better tighten it. Again, I find Damien by the stairs with a needle and thread. I'm getting hit by an odd sense of deja vu. More repairs, Damien? I get into position. But nothing falls apart this time either. They've gotten pretty good at securing themselves these days.
Welcome home.
Faye, welcome home. Please don't sneak up on me like that. I wasn't even being sneaky this time. But I haven't seen this much surgery since the Dullahan guy's head fell off. Do you have a hot date coming up or something? I lean in close with a huge grin on my face.
Of course not.
Of course not. It's just that the machine has been wearing out lately, and I wanted to be prepared. Machine? What machine?
Well,
They're quiet for a long moment after that. I can't really tell what they're thinking, but before I can decide if it's something I should pry for them to talk about or not, Damien speaks up again. Faye, can I ask something weird? Like, personal weird or weird weird? Because the answer is yes to either way. Well, say you had a boat. Do you think that after you replaced every part of that boat, it would still be the same one? I know he's talking about himself. Of course it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still my boat.
right.
It didn't stop being mine just because I put a cutter sail on it or whatever. Even if there's nothing about it, that's the same as when you first got it?
Yes.
No doubt about it. I suppose I see your point.
Well...
That is pretty out there, though. Why do you ask? Well, have you ever heard of the ship of Thesis? Nope. What is that? It's an old philosophy question. Say, a great hero went out on a long journey by boat. Over the course of the expedition, the boat became worn and needed to be repaired many, many times.
Oh!
And if you replaced every part of it, is it still the same ship when it comes home? Exactly, which is why I asked. Their words trail off and they purse their lips.
It's nothing.
It's just been on my mind lately, that's all.
Damien.
Damien, do you possibly feel like the ship in the story? Maybe a little bit. I've lived many centuries, you know? And the human body isn't meant to last that long, so I've had to replace my parts many times, likely more times than the boat ever was. So I'm not sure if this me that exists today is really me. It's the essence that counts. I'm sorry, Faye. I'm not making any sense, am I? I knew it. I was foolish. I'm sorry, No, that's not it. Not at all. I slap both hands against my head and look at Damien. Consider it sweet, gentle Damien. They make my heart want to lurch out to hold them forever in my witchy embrace.
Damien!
It's just, you're not an object, Damien. You're a person. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, just like me.
Right.
I mean, I'd still be Faye even if I changed my outfit, cut my hair, or lost my arms and legs, right? That's a pretty drastic leap, but yes, of course.
Yeah.
That means you're still you too.
Well...
No matter how many fingers and toes you have, or lungs, or whatever else there is.
Yes.
For as long as you exist, you're still you. And the Damien I know is the best housemate in the world, in the whole wide world. Oh, you're exaggerating.
No.
Not even one little bit. I know a lot of people, but I could not even imagine my life without you in it. Their face flushes with a pink that even outdoes the shade of their hair, and I blush a little in response, scratching the back of my head sheepishly. Damien, you have the kindest heart out of everyone I know. The pink of their face fades as quickly as it came. Aw.
That's
I see. Thank you. Well, what's wrong? Huh? They looked so bright for a moment there, but now it's like everything just collapsed on itself without any warning whatsoever. Wait, what did you just say to them? Oh, Damien, you have the kindest heart out of everyone I know? Why did he get sad? My chest tightens. What'd I say? Oh no, it's nothing. I was just thinking. I need to finish these repairs within the next hour, since the spell might wear off. I'm sorry for taking up your time. Please, don't mind me. If you say so, I suppose. Damien goes back to work without saying another word, and I know I messed up somehow, but I don't know how, and it's eating me alive. I desperately want to press my Franken-friend for some answers. Then again, my matchmaker senses tell me they just want to be alone right now. Maybe I should give them a minute. Sorry, Damien, for everything. Okay, witching hours. Is this nighttime? Let's buy some potions. We have 15 coins. We need some purple and some red. Let's buy purple and red. Or we could just buy and make. Let's make some... Wait, what spell do I want to learn next? Crawl? Crawling, detect blood, night creatures, move objects without touching them like haunting, wail, and chill? Maybe chill might be fun. Oh, philosophize would be good for Damien. Let's do chill first. Okay. So I have what I need, but let me get some more purple. If I want to do philosophize, I need red. So let me buy some red and buy red. Oh, no. Want to buy red? You know what? I'll just spend it all. Okay, thank you. Red. And then let's make some purple and blue. Purple. Purple, blue. Oh! Now he can assist me? 0 will double your potion's output. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Come again.
Thanks, doll. Come see us again soon. The instant the last 2 customers leave, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. I'm about to take the first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
I'm parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched. I stare at her with my mouth open, and a very appealing sight before clamping it shut. Parched? Oh, hold on! I'll grab your lunch for you, and we can eat together. I go to look underneath the counter in case she left the bag, but there's nothing. Quickly, I race to the back, but there isn't anything in the icebox either. As I return, Carmilla eyes me, full of amusement. Did you forget your lunch today? Seems so.
Whatever shall I do?
Whatever shall I do? I look back at my own lunch, a leftover burger from last night's supper, and a bottle of milk. I guess I could go halvesies. Well, if you need a drink, you can have some of mine. I thrust the unopened bottle towards Carmilla, but she immediately takes a step back like it's minced garlic, which I'm pretty sure it's not. What gives? Oh no, thank you, dear. Milk is not quite to my taste.
You know?
It never really satisfies me, you know? She smells gently and saunters over to me. When I look into her eyes, I see the same spark as when she looks at customers. It's chilling. I know what she's doing, but her voice is so hypnotic. It almost causes my heart to skip a beat. But, my darling little witch, you do know what would satisfy a thirsty vampire, yes?
Huh?
Blood? If it's bad enough that you want to enthrall me, I guess I could give you some of mine, but you owe me.
Right.
And it better not hurt. Oh, sweet Faye, you're always full of surprises. Even when you knew what I was up to. Oh goodness, I feel a little embarrassed. She glances away and twirls her hair around her index finger. Well, we're friends, and you're always helping me out, so I think it's the least I can do.
My dear.
You're so kind, not to mention 100% right. I swear to you that I shall only take the tiniest bit.
Come on.
Give me your hand, please. Oh, it looks like she's kissing her on the wrist. So cute. I do exactly as she asks. With one of her satisfied little hums, Carmilla kneels before me and takes my hand, then gently presses her lips to the back of my palm. I feel a pinch for just a moment, but then, nothing but a little dizziness. Carmilla lifts her head and licks her lips before removing her handkerchief from her sleeve, which she carefully wraps around my hand. Red berry with notes of chocolate and cream. You certainly like your sweets, don't you? Huh? You can tell all that from my blood?
I have experience.
I have an experienced palate for such things.
I suppose.
If you're truly curious, I suppose I could give you a pittance of my own.
Of course.
Few things upon this earth are quite as energizing as fresh blood, when you have acquired the taste, of course. She does look like she has a lot of get up and go. But drinking blood? That's too much, or alright, I'm a little tired. I'll humor her. Alright, I am a little tired. Well, if it tastes as good as you say, a little wouldn't hurt.
I'm impressed.
Oh, how adventurous! I'm very impressed. But, my sweet witch, I was hardly serious.
You know?
To drink a vampire's blood is to become one yourself, after all. What? Really? Yes, so be careful what you agree to, Faye. There may be a number of benefits to vampirism, but you should think them over first. At any rate, I do know a less physical means of absorbing energy. It may not be as effective as blood, but it should provide a pick-me-up in a pinch.
Oh.
You mean like draining psychic energy? I wiggle my fingers spookily at Carmilla as she shakes her head, smiling briefly. Something like that, yes. It's a spell called Leech Life.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous, but let's get to hearing. Let's get to learning.
I'll teach you.
Alright, dear. I'll teach you how to cast Life Leech. Life Leech. Did I just say Leech Life before? It's Life Leech. I'm so sorry. I'm getting cross-eyed now. New spell acquired. Carmilla spends the rest of our break instructing me on how to steal energies indirectly. It's a pretty simple process. All you have to do is lock eyes with your target after casting the spell, and you'll slowly drain their energy. Nice and straightforward. Not even I could mess this up. I haven't had a chance to test it, though. After she showed me, Carmilla wouldn't even look at me. The awkward silence stretches between us for what seems like forever. Shortly after our break, a customer finally shows up, and they're wearing a mean face that spells business. Hey, I want to return this! I blink, then quietly tap the small board next to the counter sheepishly.
Well...
We have a no returns policy on every product in the store. Sorry. Why does that matter? My spell doesn't work. I demand to see your manager. Our eyes meet, and we just sort of stare at each other. It takes me a second to gather my nerves, but I decide to put what I've learned to good use.
Life leech!
Life leech! Slowly, the man's shoulders begin to sink, and I feel a bit of energy gradually wake me back up. Thankfully, after about 5 minutes, he just shakes his head and wobbles off without a word.
Yes!
Yes, Nightshade wins! As I fist pump into the air, I think I caught Carmilla smiling at me out of the corner of my eye. But when I go to look again, she seems to have vanished. Too unprofessional? Or maybe I should be careful with this spell, as she told me to. Not like I'm going to be leeching out the answers to the Halloween exams anytime soon. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I bought potions and I made potions. Let's learn the spell. Time to learn... Did I want to learn chill? Yeah, let's learn chill. 0, I'm melting.
Yes.
You certainly look like you are.
Help me!
Save me, 0! Save me before I dissolve into an icky puddle of sweat. I reach towards him dramatically as sweat perspires aggressively on my forehead. My theatrics are of no avail as 0 fixates on something else. The dragons are preparing for their Halloween activities. He peers out the window into the unseasonably balmy evening. I wish this house had air conditioning. As do I. Then you might stop whining about the heat and focus more on passing your exams.
Right!
I got it! I clasp my hands together and give a little pleading pout. 0, do your magic air conditioning trick. Pretty please with a pumpkin on top.
For
the last time, I am not a magic air conditioner. I am a sinister and eerie poltergeist, and the magical chill that emanates from me is akin to the deathly chill of an open grave. Like a sinister eldritch air conditioning?
No.
No, not air conditioning of any kind whatsoever. Melting. I really am melting.
Right!
I have an idea. 0, teach me how to be a sinister and eerie air conditioner. Huh?
I must
The
do it.
deathly chill of an open grave. I want to know how to emanate it too, until I can afford a place with air conditioning anyway.
Fine.
Fine, if you insist. And if it will stop you from complaining.
I will!
I do! And it will!
Alright.
Alright, prepare yourself, Faye. I am going to teach you how to cast Chill. New spell acquired.
Chill!
Chill! I spread my hands out wide. For a second or two, nothing happened. Then...
Oh!
Oh!
Alright!
Cool! Deliciously refreshing and cool!
Well.
Does that mean you'll stop complaining and go back to studying?
Yeah!
Yeah, thanks to your nifty spell, I have become Faye Nightshade, the studious, the productive once more.
Thank.
Glad to hear. Do your best tonight.
Alright!
Alright! I turn back to my desk to give the potion textbook I am working on my fullest attention.
No.
You know.
You're making weird noises again, Faye. I'm still casting the chill spell, right? You are. Partly. Partly? Well, you haven't been maintaining your concentration on casting the spell just now, so naturally your chill faltered a bit. A bit? I'm starting to melt again! Wah!
I guess.
With more practice, I'm confident you'll be able to work on other things while casting chill in the background, like your own personal air conditioner. But for now, it looks like if you divert any attention away from the spell, the chill you cast won't be effective. How much more practice? Oh, give it 2 or 3 years. Maybe 4. I'm doomed! Oh well, since I won't be able to study tonight anyway, I might as well just focus on casting chill and enjoy the delicious cool air.
Hey!
Delicious cool air? No, you don't! Gah, I knew this would be the case from the start. My sinister, eerie air conditioner. Zero sighs and spreads his hands. Instantly, the room becomes a degree Celsius or two cooler. Well, can you study now?
Thank you.
Thanks, Zero. You're the best.
Stop it.
I'm not doing it for you. It's only because there isn't any other way to get you to study, and your position is quite desperate enough as it is. But that's still doing it for me, though.
Go away.
That's only because I don't want to be known for being friends with a witch who can't pass her Halloween exams. I'm happy you're my friend, Zero. Pipe down and go back to studying, Faye. And so, we spent another tiring but productive night in preparing me for my upcoming exams.
Damien!
Damien!
Just
another moment. What's taking them so long? Damien, do you need some help? My question gets a very obvious answer when Damien appears near the top of the stairs with a large stack of books in their hands. Can they even see over that paginated mountain? Apologies, Faye. I just wanted to make sure I had brought... Oh! Ah! I rush over as Damien trips over their feet, but it's too late. Oh no, poor baby! They go over the banister and tumble down the stairs, landing in a heap of books and limbs on the floor.
Damien!
Damien! Damien!
No!
Speak to me! Oh no! Oh no! 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 I dig through the books, but they don't move.
Damien!
Damien, are you? No! Don't let me get accused of murder! It's okay. I'm still alive. Huh? With a grunt, Damien stands themselves back up and dusts off unseen dirt from their clothes. There wasn't a scratch on them. Huh? I'm sorry, Faye. I didn't mean to make such a mess.
Wait.
I'll clean it. Wait. Are you feeling all right? You're quite pale. Damien! I cry crocodile tears and throw my arms around their neck to emphasize their horrible crimes against my sanity. They tense a little at first, but wrap their arms around me not long after.
Don't you know?
Don't worry me like that ever again. I almost had to imagine life in the dungeons.
Thank you?
Thanks for your concern?
Yes.
You bet! But that looked like a really nasty fall. It's a miracle you're still standing right now. Oh, it's not a miracle. It's the magic spell Indestructible. Indestructible?
Yes.
When I was created, my maker took measures to assure no harm would come to my person.
Wow!
Wow! With a capital W-O-W! Wow! If you're interested, I can teach you part of it. It'd be perfect for you.
All right!
Count me interested.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Now I won't have to worry so much. What was that again? Nothing.
Watch closely,
Now,
please.
watch closely, please, Faye. I'll try and teach you how to cast Indestructible. New spell acquired.
Indestructible.
Indestructible. Suddenly, a swelling feeling takes hold of me, then dies down, and I don't feel much different from before. Of course, other than the sudden urge to perform immediate and daring feats to test my new capabilities. I grip both fists and hold them up in front of my chest in anticipation.
All right!
Okay, I think I've got it. So, I'll take this stack of books to the top of the stairs and then throw myself down.
Don't.
I think absolutely not. Aw, why? You mean that wasn't what the books were for?
Of course not.
No, goodness, of course not.
Well.
Those are books about magic theory, if you really want to test it that badly.
Wait.
Here, hold on. I'll get you something. Don't you dare jump down those stairs, Faye.
Yes!
Yes, my liege. I oblige, my liege. Damien cast me a doubtful glance before walking away. A few seconds later, they emerge with a wooden plank.
Okay.
Please recast the spell and try punching this as hard as you can. Now we're talking! It'd probably take some sort of martial arts to break this plank if I didn't have the power of magic and Damien on my side.
All right!
Okay, so I just used this sigil and...
Go!
Take this, Faye's heart-shattering comet punch! Crack. My fist goes through it like a hole puncher through a greeting card, and I don't feel a single sting. Damien looks satisfied.
Excellent.
That was excellent! The spell should make you invulnerable for about 5 minutes each time you cast it. Although you, don't have to name your attacks. What do you mean? Naming them is the best part.
The incomparable,
How else would people know it's the incomparable one and only Faye Nightshade doing them? You should try it too, If you say so, maybe another day. For now, I have some books to clean up. Why did I try to bring so many? Watching as they go to pick up the books scattered across the stairway, I decide to venture over and follow suit. Damien casts me a surprised look. Oh, you don't have to trouble yourself. I know you hate cleaning. It's fine. This is my home too, after all, and I owe you one for teaching me that spell and all.
Thank you.
Thank you. As we work on it together, silence falls upon us and causes me to think. Why would your maker want you to be indestructible anyway? You're not even a klutz. Oh, that's... Well, when I was created, my maker was, not well liked in the neighborhoods we lived in. Humans used to throw things at us or try to chase us out. They managed to sometimes. What? Those bullies! I roll up my imaginary sleeves and pull on the most mean and serious face I can muster. When I'm done with them... Faye, it's okay. It was a long time ago. Those humans have all died already anyway. But that was the reason why my maker always said we need to have thick skins to get through life. So he made you the most impenetrable of all?
Yes.
I guess so. But as long as you're with me, even if you're not, I'll make sure to protect you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Right.
So, I hope you can keep smiling without worries, Damien. My sweetest friend in the world. Oh, he's so cute. He's blushing. They avert their eyes from my view and shyly slide their hands behind their back. Oh, they're blushing. Look how cute.
It's
I'll
nothing.
try. Oh, okay. Crimson Dust. Is that like midday? Okay. Let's, we just learned a spell. So let's, we have no money. Let's go to our part-time job again. Let's do another shift. Today I went to work. Nothing special happened and I earned a good amount of pocket money. Nice. While cleaning the shop, I found a very unique-looking, obviously ancient vase. But is there any other kind? Amazed by all the intricate decorations, I took it off the shelf for inspection. And at that same moment, Carmilla appeared out of nowhere and spooked the hell out of me. As soon as I dropped the vase, the shop was shrouded in darkness. Then, an evil spirit appeared. I must have the worst luck. Luckily, I was able to easily stitch the vase back together, so the spirit returned to it without causing any trouble. Carmilla was pretty impressed by my quick wits, and even sweet-talked Mr. West into not deducting my pay for breaking the vase. But she should have done that to begin with, since it was her fault I broke it. Nightshade, it's the best. Find you someone from the rest. I sing quietly to myself as I dust the inside of the human shop, doing my best to keep the wares clean and tidy. Which, come to think of it, was kind of necessary. It was starting to get gross in here, especially the drapery. Just looking at these curtains makes me want to sneeze. I should probably take them outside before I start beating them. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. I go to tug them down, and a cloud of dust ambushes me as I do so. By the time it clears, there isn't a wall behind the drapery, but an ancient portrait framed in gold. A familiar dark-haired woman gazes down at me with empty yet captivating violet eyes, and I... Wait a second! Carmilla?
Yes?
Yes, sweetheart? Yes, sweetness? I don't hear her approach, so when I whip my head around to see her standing beside me, I jump out of my skin a little. This is you, right? Not like a great-great-great-grandma that also happens to be your doppelganger? Indeed it is. What keen eyes do you have? That is a portrait of yours truly, the eternally gorgeous Countess of Carnolia. What an era that was.
Amazing!
Amazing! You were nobility? She folds her arms and raises her brow at me as she gives my chest a small poke with her index finger. Where I most definitely am still.
Yes!
Still am. Yes, of course, my lady. But wait, what is this painting even doing here anyway? She doesn't respond. Rather, when I look over, she's tracing a finger over the filaments on the portrait's frame, no doubt gathering dust from whatever's era she's seeing in that far-off gaze.
Well...
Just a minute, old Countess. The frame's a little crooked.
Wait!
No! Faye, don't touch! Too late. I grasp the frame and adjust it accordingly. When I do, a scrap of paper falls out from behind the painting. Huh? What's this? I lift up the parchment. It's a faded pencil sketch of a woman with hair that flows like the ocean's waves and eyes as dark as a moonless night. There's something mischievous in her smile that draws me in.
Wow!
Wow, what a beauty!
Don't touch it.
Don't touch that! Before I can react, Carmilla snatches the picture from my hand with fury in her eyes and a crease in her brow. I blink, taken aback and a bit hurt. It's just a drawing, so what's her problem? Unless... Did you sleep badly last night? Did you know her? A friend of yours? Carmilla sighs, taking a lingering look at the photo, and gently runs a finger across the girl's paper cheek. In a manner speaking, yes. She was my greatest hunt. I have never since pursued a human of her caliber.
Well...
I'm willing to bet there's an impossibly good story behind it all.
Yes.
Oh, there most certainly is. There's a glint in her eye as she takes one last look at the portrait. Slowly, she rolls it back up with extreme tenderness. I guess it's no surprise at all that the picture is still in good condition when she handles it like that.
6 centuries ago.
6 centuries ago, this little delicacy came forthwith to my manor. She was hoping to hunt me as revenge for an incident that occurred in her village, unbeknownst that she herself would become my quarry.
For months.
For months, we played a game of cat and mouse, pushing each other to the limit but never quite gaining the upper hand.
Until one day...
Eventually, I cornered her in an alleyway. I leaned forwards as if sitting on the edge of my seat.
Oh!
And then what? You drank her blood? Nearly to the last drop. Carmilla smiles, and yet, there's something forced about her cheer when she speaks. I see her run her fingertips along the edge of the page. Until some no good busybodies arrived to save her, I barely escaped with my life that night.
How?
Gosh, how'd you do it? I outsmarted them, naturally. She flicks her hair off her shoulders with the back of her hand.
You know?
Vampires are apex predators, as you should be fully aware by now. When faced against mere mortals, we always come out on top. Okay, but if that's all true, why do you look like you're about to cry? Carmilla's jaw hardens. I feel like she's about to chew me out, but after a long and very awkward pause, she laughs the kind of laugh of someone who has resigned themselves to a most pitiful fate. I suppose it isn't easy to hide affairs of the heart from a master matchmaker, is it? You've caught me twice today, little witch. I open my mouth to reply, but the pained look on her face brings me to a halt. An unknown sensation starts to build up within my chest. With a sigh, she tucks the roll of paper back behind the portrait.
My dear.
But Faye, my dear, there are some plots that are not worth digging into. Her piece spoken, Carmilla returns to doing inventory, leaving me alone with my thoughts. I guess there's no helping her right now, no matter how much I want to be there for her. Okay. We have some money. Let's buy some potions. Let's see. We can buy some more blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Let's buy blue, yellow, and red. Blue. Let me see. How much do I... Blue, yellow, and red. I could buy one of each. Yellow, one red. One yellow. And then, wait, there's pink and red? Wait. Oh, and red. Okay, I need one red. Oh, no! Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I clicked part-time job again. Okay, red. Buy one. Okay, good. Okay, now we can, let's learn a spell. Let's see. I want to learn Philosophize. Grants you superior intellect and empathy, allowing you to reason with corpses. This might help us talk to Damien more. Damien, it's time to teach me, the best pupil in Dwemermere, some magic. I strike a pose, expecting them to come and meet me. I wait, but get no such greeting. Then, rounding the corner of our doorway, I find my roommate staring at a skull. Damien? Hello, Earth to Damien. As I get closer, I notice a couple of papers spread out in front of them on the table, and they're of the school's spookiest subject, mathematics. Damien must be so focused thinking of an answer, that's why they didn't greet me. I guess even someone as serious as them can be a bit spacey sometimes. 8 by 12 and 12 by 8 are the measurements we think are pretty great. Huh?
Thank you.
Oh yes, thank you, that makes a lot more sense.
Huh?
Did that bonehead just talk?
Huh?
Faye, when did you get home? 5 minutes ago? I did the pose and everything.
Well...
More importantly, did that skull just talk?
Yes.
It did.
A
Oh,
long
it
time
did.
ago.
In his time, my maker endowed me with magic to communicate with the dead.
Oh!
Oh, that's it. I do that all the time. Though the dead guy I commune with never does my homework for me. Haha, these spirits are a little more otherworldly than Zero. But their insight has been wonderful to have for more complex homework questions. Just as Damien finished, I clasp my hands together and hold them to my chest with pleading eyes.
Can you teach me?
Can you teach me? Please, I sure could use some help on my worksheets too.
Okay.
I don't see why not. It's a
simple.
fairly simple process. You just have to coat the mouth of the skull with frankincense.
That's...
Then you need to charge it with magical power using the spell Philosophize. Rats! I don't have any frankincense. I have to run to the store. Maybe I can convince Carmilla to give me a discount. I am mid-moving to dash out the place and down the street, faster than a tumbling jack-o'-lantern, but Damien stops me.
No.
No, don't.
Please.
You can borrow some of mine, if you want to give it a try, that is.
I'll work hard.
Thank you so much! I'll do my best. For the best friend I know. They blush and avert their eyes a little.
Well,
Yes, well, watch closely, please, Faye. I'll try and teach you how to cast Philosophize. New spell acquired. Brushing a skull's teeth with herbs is kind of weird, but at least it's easy. Under Damien's instruction, I make the preparations fairly quickly.
All right.
Great! I think I got it! Ahem. Philosophize!
Yes.
Hey, Skull, buddy! I have a potions assignment due tomorrow. Tell me if I should use bat meal or gourd spice as the base for this elixir of wheezing. Regarding your inquiry about your potion of cough. Oh, it's working! Look it up yourself and sod right off. Hey now! Do you have a bone to pick with me? We, the spirits, do not live to serve. Disturbing our rest we do not deserve. If you want to pass your test, then study yourself and don't be a pest. That guy sure was rude for someone without a leg to stand on. Just because you've been alone for centuries doesn't mean you can. Don't take it personally. Most spirits are surly in the best of times. Isn't this spell supposed to make them, you know, cooperative?
No.
This method only allows you to commune with the dead, not command them. Although, the soul did have a point. You can't exactly take study aids into your final exams. I guess not. But it was worth a shot.
Duh.
Thanks for nothing, you bonehead. To you which we do say goodbye. Oh, to you which we do say bye, and I know you are, but what am I? Oh, why you? I think that's enough for this lesson. They gently grab my shoulder to hold me back and look at me with great kindness and concern in their eyes.
Please.
Go take a break, Faye. I'll, lay our friend here back to rest. Okay, thank you, Damien. After my break, I spend the remainder of my day cramming more for the Halloween exams. And occasionally, I find a light snack placed on my desk for me that never fails to make me smile. Okay. Early dawn, October 29th. Okay. Let's see. We have no more money, so we can't buy potions. Shall we make some more? We haven't made some in a while. We need to make some red and some yellow. We need more red. So red. Wait, maybe yellow and red. And what's the difference? Let's see. If you brew 3, no, so the sheet doesn't work. Triple for your output. Okay, this one. Okay, good. Now let's learn the spell then, I guess. Let's see. We have okay. So we have 3 for Damien, 3 for Zero. Let's do another one for Carmilla. Let's see. I want to try night creatures. Summon any vampire allied nocturnal animal in the vicinity to ask a favor. Let's try that.
Duh.
I'm telling you, The Zombie's Heart is the author's magnum opus. A finer story has never been made in the history of forever.
No.
And I'm telling you that it's a load of rubbish. Did we even read the same book? Excuse me, folks. Could you perhaps help me? We both look up when the elderly gentleman interrupts our debate, which I was totally right about, gesturing toward a haunted sculpture on the top shelf.
Of course.
Of course, my dear. I immediately turn to pick up a step stool from behind the counter.
All right.
Here, let me.
I can
There's
do it.
no need. My adorable little servants will fetch it for me. Carmilla puckers her lips and lets out a soft whistle. Little bats! Instantaneously, a small group of chittering bats swoop from the tops of the rafters and gather around her, gleefully spinning. She gestures toward the sculpture, and the cluster falls upon it in a swarm. They pick up the heavy stone between their little claws, and carry it down into Carmilla's waiting hands.
Here you go.
Here you go. Thank you, young lady. As he receives the product, he gives us both a small nod before continuing to browse the store's selection.
Wow.
Whoa, Carmilla, that was amazing! I stare in awe at Camilla's little posse of bats while they flap around her. One even lands on her shoulder and nuzzles against her cheek. In response, she affectionately pets the top of its head. She's like a spooky Cinderella.
Right.
Adorable darlings, no? I love hearing them mill about. Can you talk to them?
Yes.
Indeed I can. It's an inherent skill we vampires have, being able to communicate with creatures of the night.
You know?
Essentially, anything that creeps, crawls, or flaps is a close ally. She presses her index finger to her lips and winks.
Wow.
Wow, but I didn't see your eyes glow this time. Are you not controlling them?
Not
Why,
at all.
Faye, not at all. I would never control a friend. These are
Hey,
simple creatures that, if treated with kindness, will aid us in our daily lives, as well as dangerous situations. But you call them your servants.
No.
For oomph, my dear.
Now.
This particular family of bats have been bonded to me for generations. They may as well be my own blood.
I don't.
And we do not subjugate family. The bats swarm closer around her, butting their heads against her arms and hands for pets. She obliges and gently caresses their black fur.
Well.
Is it something I could learn too?
Maybe.
I don't see why not. That is, assuming I feel like teaching you. Huh? She smirks, saunters over to my side, and lets her words caress my ear. Apologize for your unsightly and moreover wrong opinion from earlier, and perhaps I may consider your request.
You know?
If only to celebrate your newfound sense of taste. Seriously? Over a book? Well, I'm definitely right, but...
Wow.
Wow! Suddenly I see the error of my ways and think you were absolutely right. It was complete rubbish.
Right.
Oh, is that so?
Right.
I just don't know how I didn't see it earlier, to be honest.
Please.
As always, you're so much wiser than me and oh so gracious. Please, teach me more so that I can be just like you one day, Lady Carmilla. A little overacted, my dear, but I'll take it. Though, do remember not to demand services from just anyone. We have a delicate balance in our relationship that we have to uphold, you see?
Now.
If some outsider started bossing my bats around, I would be obligated to defend them. Huh? I would never. I stare at her, wide-eyed and hopeful. Perhaps. Phew. I mean, you've been such a great teacher, Carmilla. Double seriously.
Right.
If I didn't have you show me magic, I don't think I'd be ever able to learn it. You're brilliant in every way imaginable. Carmilla barely suppresses a grin. Oh, well, I suppose I can't deny that I've been the best teacher you've ever had.
I'll teach you.
All right, little witch, I'll teach you how to cast night creatures. New spell acquired. Her ego fed, Carmilla spends the next few hours teaching me how to create potions that can summon and communicate with creatures of the night. We start small, with a few spiders, then slowly move on to practicing with her bats. It takes up the entire rest of the day at the shop. Still, I barely notice that time has passed until a customer rushes in at the last minute, because of course they would. Not like they have any upcoming exams they are sure to spell their impending doom. Excuse me, could you help me reach that skull on top of the shelf?
Of course.
Of course!
My dear.
Go ahead, my dear. Now's the perfect time to try out a new skill.
Night creatures.
Night creatures! Spell cast and whistle a small tune for the bats, just like Carmilla showed me. A few flutter over, but they don't even have half of the enthusiasm they gave her. Bring me the skull? I point up toward the top shelf. They stare at me, unmoving. Sweeter, doll. Please? Nothing. Pretty, please? Unsure of what else to do, I take a few berries from my lunch and offer it to them. The bats sniff them for a moment, but then hesitantly accept the fruit. I inch towards the shelf, coaxing them along. Eventually, they manage to grab the skull. But not without almost dropping it to the floor. Thankfully, I stumble forward in the nick of time, catch it, and hand it to the customer.
Right.
Here you go! Thanks! And, don't worry, everyone's new at some point. After paying for the item and leaving a pity tip for me, he exits the shop. Once he's gone, I turn to Carmilla with a frown, big enough that my bottom lip jutted out. I don't get it! What did I do wrong?
Oh.
Your approach could have been better, but there's no need to take it personally.
Now.
I am more familiar to these bats than you are, after all. You'll need to build a much greater relationship with them to gain the same kind of trust they and I have. She pets one of the bats for emphasis, smiling down at her companion all the while. I hold out a finger. In response, a single bat flutters down and wraps its little claws around the middle of it, then hangs upside down. This sounds so cute! Yeah, I get it! I smile to myself.
Yes.
We'll just have to spend more time together. Should I save again? Okay. On some days, we don't have a single customer, but on others, well, this happens. Bombarded by questions from all sides, I tried ringing up a customer who kept nagging me because he was in a hurry. When I finally told him the total, he suddenly asked me to get a potion from a shelf on the other side of the shop. I decided to use Scuttle on my hand and sent it to the back room to get what he wanted instead. At the same time, I put his purchase into a bag and somehow even managed to calculate the new total by the time the vial found its way to the register. To my amazement, it was really easy to deal with 4 customers at once using this trick. Mr. West was so impressed by my skills that he increased my pay for the day. Easy as a piece of pumpkin pie. Nice. Okay. Let's buy some potions. Let's buy maybe the purple one? Pink? Sorry, pink. It's not purple, it's pink. Just buy a set. Okay. Okay, good. Wait. Oh, I only bought one? Oh. Okay. I feel like I use a lot of yellow, so I'll just buy one of each then, because I don't have, okay. Okay, good. Let's see, let's learn a spell. Okay, well, let me stretch. Okay, we've been playing this for quite a while. I thought the game said it would take an hour per playthrough, but we're going almost on 3 hours. But we're on day, 29, and there's 31 days, so we're almost to the end. We're almost to Halloween, so let's keep going. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have 2 left for everybody. We have Whale and Telekinesis, we have Gentle Giant, Intimidate, and Crawl and Scent of Blood. So we might not be able to do all of them. Let's see. Let's finish up Damien's. Let's see. Let's do Whale. What will we need it for? I don't know.
0.
Oh no, not Damien. 0. Sorry. 0, I've been thinking.
Well done.
Splendid. Will it become something you intend to do on a regular basis?
Right.
You've been around Halloween Town for ages, haven't you?
Yeah.
You could say that.
Well.
Remember when we first met that night a century ago? I was a snotty little kid.
Why?
Why the past tense, Faye? And when I suddenly saw you glaring and hovering right in front of me, I burst into tears? I wasn't glaring, and I clearly remember I apologized, repeatedly.
Right.
You did! I stopped crying because it looked like I was scaring you even more than you were scaring me. Not the most glorious highlight of my career as a poltergeist, I will admit. A snicker escapes my lips.
Well.
Pretty glorious to look back on now, though. Anyway, you probably know all kinds of things about Halloween Town. Probably. Such as the generations of students who attended Dwimmermere High.
Yes.
A school of long and distinguished history.
And
And the graduation exams they had to take every Halloween?
I see.
Ah yes, I see what you're after now.
Can you teach me?
Teach me, Zero! Teach me a spell that will help me pass all the Halloween exams! Unfortunately, no such spell exists.
That's how
Estella does a great job at changing the nature and layout of the exams year after year, and the obstacles she sets are unpredictable, even to me.
No way.
Alas! Alack! Oh, woe is me!
But
However,
Mhm.
one test I noticed she is particularly fond of is to devise a monster that will try to obstruct the student. How scary! What is the monster's weakness?
Let
It's
me-
difficult to say.
Mhm.
On some years, the monster she used was weak to fire, on others weak to ice. Some could only be overcome by magic, others had to be stopped with physical objects. How depressingly unpredictable! In a great show of exasperation, I throw my hands up into the air and knock back my head.
No way.
There's no shortcut to passing, huh?
Actually,
But come to think of it, none of them are invulnerable to noise. I perk back up. Noise?
yes.
I can teach you Wail, a spell that lets you emit a screech so loud it deafens and stuns anything within hearing range.
Mhm.
It also temporarily blocks your ears so you won't become a part of the affected party. Hellhounds, imps, harpies, even dragons, hit any of them with Wail at full blast and they'll all need a minute or 10 to regain their senses. It could buy
Maybe.
you the breathing room you need to get away.
Right.
That sounds useful! Wait, did you say dragons?
Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry about that. The school made her stop using them on students after too many concerned parents complained.
Pay attention.
Anyway, pay attention. Oh, wait. Anyway, prepare yourself, Faye. I'm going to teach you how to cast Wail. New spell acquired. Ready? One
Wait.
second. Your neighbors
Yes.
have been warned and are out walking their hellhounds.
Mhm.
Damien
Yeah.
has taken off their ears. Okay, good. Zero stops his ears with his fingers and scrunches his face.
All right.
Now. What? Judging by the expression of excruciating pain on Zero's face, Wail is even more powerful than I had ever imagined.
Stop.
Enough, stop! I was just starting to have fun!
Stop.
Any louder and you'll cause nearby windows and mirrors to shatter. Not to
Think
mention all those
about it.
vials of potion you have stocked up. Wouldn't want to repurchase all of those for the exam, now would you?
No.
Oh, no. Was I really that loud?
Yes.
You were. Be sure to use Wail carefully and sparingly. Zero folds his arms, looking quite pleased with himself.
Huh.
I'd love to see the look on Estella's face when she finds out her precious monsters can all be beaten by someone screaming very, very loudly. You know, Zero, I'm surprised you're on a first-name basis with Miss Magwitch. She's so forbidding and severe to everyone.
Because.
That's because you haven't known her since the first day she arrived at Halloween Town, lost and penniless and running away from a broken heart. Miss Magwitch? Magwitch? Broken heart? How? Who? Why? When?
Don't.
I'm not going to gossip with you about your superiors. Practice the spell a couple more times, when nobody's nearby, obviously. And when the day of reckoning comes, wail and watch Magwitch's monsters flee in terror.
Yeah.
Yeah! That sounds fun. What's up? Well,
Huh?
what?
What's
You've been
the
sneaking
matter?
glances at me for the better part of the last 2 hours. When are you going to tell me what's the matter? I fiddle my thumbs and glance upwards at his fixated stare. I don't know. Oh, please, don't spare me. I can take it.
Tell me.
Am I wearing my shirt on the wrong way? Is my face disfigured by an outbreak of ghostly acne? Has a poltergeist pigeon splattered poltergeist dropping atop my head?
Really?
Are there really poltergeist pigeons that can do that?
No.
No, which is what makes your behavior all the more puzzling.
Uh,
We poltergeists do not change our appearance, ever. Not in our dress, not in our acne, not even in the ghastly droppings of poltergeist pigeons on our heads. But you have changed. I can't put my finger on it, but...
for
The last time, Faye. Poltergeists never outwardly change.
Right.
That's it! What's it?
I'm sure.
You've inwardly changed. I'm sure of it. I thought this since our last... No. I've thought this for some time now. Maybe longer than I know. I knew. I thought you feel different from how you used to be. You can't
Remember.
feel me, remember?
No.
No, I can. And I figured out exactly how you're different.
Astonish me.
Yeah, astonish me.
Right.
You're fading. His eyebrows Wait, what? He's fading? His eyebrows rise, then subsequently fall, and the bright red shine in his eyes that always radiates so profusely dims.
I'm fading.
Fading.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so gradual, day by day, that I've never noticed it happening right in front of my very eyes. But Zero, you're not as sharply defined as you were when we first met, or even a year ago. Zero, what's going on? Talk to me. Do you know how poltergeists come into existence?
Of course.
Of course. Let's see. A human dies somewhere, right? Then,
You know.
poltergeists come into existence when a person dies with an unresolved matter near and dear to their heart.
That means.
We cannot bear to leave this world having left undone that which we ought to have done. Oh. I try and rack my mind around what he just told me, and my overworked brain from all this potion cramming begins to fry. Zero watches my struggle and sighs before signaling me to pay attention as he continues his explanation.
In the past.
I've met malevolent poltergeists who were murdered and take to haunting the house of their death and tormenting those who try to live there.
Mhm.
And I've met benevolent poltergeists who left a debt unpaid and in repentance try to help the living. But what we all have in common is, when the unresolved matter is resolved, we move on. Move on?
Yeah.
Poltergeists aren't natural, and in nature's grand scheme of life and death, there is no place for us.
That means.
We are tied to this world by the unresolved matter our hearts cling to. When that disappears, so must we. Zero, if you don't mind me asking, what does your heart cling to? I've forgotten. Huh?
That's right.
Some poltergeists resolve their problem dramatically, like hunting down their murderer or helping the child of a friend they had once let down. But for most of us, the resolution comes in due time as time heals all wounds. Essentially, we end up forgetting that which bound us here.
Mhm.
I'm surprised it's kept me around for so long. I suppose I must be forgetting everything at last. Zero! A wave of emotion rushes to my face, and it takes every ounce of control to not fling myself at him, my childhood friend, upon learning the truth.
Oh, no.
You're not about to cry, are you?
No,
Of course not! I'm the one and only Faye Nightshade! Da-dee-da! That's good. I've always hated to see you cry, Faye. Then don't leave! But you're saying you'll disappear! But you're saying that you'll disappear!
No
I
way.
don't want that! Because you're a ghost, I thought you'd always be here with me, with all of us.
You know.
Nothing lasts forever, not even poltergeists. All things must come to an end. Is there anything I can do to stop you from disappearing? Anything at all?
No.
I don't think so, unless you can make me remember the reason why I had to become a poltergeist in the first place. But that's impossible, realistically speaking.
Mhm.
No one now knows my birth name, or who I was, or when I died. Nothing remains of all that, except maybe a faint ache in my chest, and even that is fading. As Zero speaks of a faint ache in his chest, I can feel a strong one brewing within mine. Zero!
Mhm.
Do you want to move on? If you do, I'm glad for you that you're forgetting. But if not, do you want to remain here, together with me, just for a while longer? Zero is quiet for a long time. Then, without a word, he leans in close to me and kisses the top of my head. A kiss! I can't feel his touch. There is only a chilling sensation that causes my skin to tingle and make tears form in my eyes. I blink to force them down. There were no words spoken for the rest of our evening, held in each other's company, but I never felt more heard. Zero! Oh no! Okay, early dawn of the 30th. Oh wow, okay, we're almost done. It's almost Halloween. Okay, let's learn another spell and then maybe stock up on some potions for the test. I don't know if we'll need to have stocked up potions. Actually, let's see. Do we want to... Should we do one more of each person's? Or do we want to stock up? Let's see. We could do Intimidate by becoming a giant. Or we can get other creatures to help us out. That's similar to night creatures, right? Detecting blood and crawling. Gentle giant, let's try that. Smash.
No, no, no.
No!
Huh.
Faye!
Are you
Faye, are
alright?
you hurt?
No way.
Damien, I broke my potion bottles and I'm not wearing any shoes or socks! I stare at the thousands of pieces of glass scattered on the ground all around me in dismay. I'm undoubtedly trapped! I'm gonna be here forever and miss my exams and the Halloween party! With a clenched fist, I tilted up my head and shed a false tear. I'm sorry to all the couples out there who will never meet, having been deprived of my matchmaking prowess. Know that my heart goes out to you.
Please.
Faye, don't be like that.
You
I can
see.
sweep away the shards for you. Damien opens their mouth and sings a few notes. It's quiet for a moment, but before I can ask, I can hear a scuffling noise. It starts coming from the corner of the room and then the walls. Suddenly, from everywhere, mice! As they run towards Damien, they mimic the tune in their own squeaky way.
Wow.
Wow! Damien crouches down as they softly pet the furry animals.
Please.
Excuse me, friends. If you don't mind, could you please help us pick up this mess? Sure enough, little paws begin to swiftly and carefully collect the glass, depositing it into the trash bin Damien brings out for them. And the kitchen is clean within seconds. Well, aside from the cheese Damien happily sprinkles around for the lot of them. After they accept their reward, the mice clear off as quickly as they came.
Amazing.
Damien, that was amazing! You're like that one character from the movies.
Huh?
Not really. I get along, better with creatures than I do with people, after all.
Right.
It must be because you're so gentle with everyone and everything. I could see it. If I was an animal, I would sure like to be around you too, just like we are now. They bashfully put their hand up to their left cheek and trace small circles on the ground using their tippy toes. I'm not sure about that one. It's just that before I came to Halloween Town, after my maker passed away, most of my companions were animals. Whenever I'd come across a creature on the road that was hungry or lost or being troubled by humans, I would help them out.
You see.
And in time, well, they would try to help me too. Aw, that sounds so precious.
Yes.
I want cute animal friends like you.
But
But, for as long as I can remember, small creatures have a tendency to run away from me. Haha, oh Faye, you're probably just too energetic. If you're kind to them and respect their boundaries, it's not too difficult. Though, if you'd like to call upon them and speak in a way they understand, I do know a spell for that.
yeah.
Really? I really want to learn. Show me.
All
Alright, but if I teach you the spell, Gentle Giant, you have to be careful with it.
Please.
It's not a spell to control another. You may only ask favors of the animals. And in exchange, you must offer them something in return.
No way.
You worry too much. Do I look like someone who would be even a little mean? They look into my eyes and smile. My own heart gives me a spook when it skips a beat.
No.
No, and that's why I trust you.
Well,
Additionally, abusing the spell will cause you to lose trust with the animals. If they have no faith in your bond, the magic will no longer work.
All right.
I got it! I don't want to ask them for anything anyway. Just talking to them seems neat.
Okay.
I understand.
It's
The song I just sang is embedded with old magic from the forest. If you sing it, the animals that hear it will understand your intentions.
Oh.
Oh, do you think you could maybe show me one more time then?
Watch
Okay.
closely, please.
Watch closely, Faye. I'll try and teach you to cast Gentle Giant. New spell acquired. I attempt to sing the notes that Damien had done, but I think I mess up a little here and there. Unexpectedly, Damien sings with me, and my solo becomes a duet. But still, no furry friend in sight. I cross my arms and pout. Is it because they don't trust me yet?
Wait.
No, Faye, look there. I turn around. From near the entry of the kitchen, a small black kitten walks up to us. When our eyes meet, it mews at me and my heart melts.
Wow.
Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. Did you come to talk to me? Thank you so much. When I speak, it pads over and rubs against my knees. I think I'm going to cry, and Damien smiles, gently patting my head.
All right.
I'll leave you two to it. There's some milk in the fridge when you're done. Damien leaves, and I spend the entire afternoon chatting with the kitten instead of getting any work done. But I think I'm on my way to getting my very own familiar, as a proper witch should.
The incomparable, the one and only.
At this rate, failing the exams will be impossible for the wonderful Da-Dee-Da, the incomparable Da-Dee-Da, the one and only Faye Nightshade of Dwimmermere High. The Halloween exams are soon. Very soon. I think I've learned quite a bit, but just to be sure, I decided to go bug Damien into cramming with me just like we usually do. Let me save just in case. Okay. However, the moment I get through the door, it's like I've walked straight into a horror movie. Fingers splayed across the table. An arm hanging off the chair. Whew, what an absolute mess. Damien's normally so tidy. It's not like them just to leave their parts out and about like this and run. Someone could seriously get hurt. Wait, where did they go?
Hello?
Damien, are you here? Faye?
Huh?
Damien, where are you? I don't see... Whoa! In an instant, I hit the ground. Why is this leg here? It's almost like it only exists for me to trip over when I have got to find my friend. Hold on. I recognize this leg, and now that I'm down here, I see a head under the table.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Damien!
Damien! You're in
What?
pieces. What happened? No, wait, actually,
I must
first
do
and
it.
foremost, I'm a super skilled witch now, so let me help you out for once. I think Damien said something else, but I am in such a frenzy trying to gather up their fallen limbs that I didn't quite catch what they said. No organs laying around. I guess it could be worse. Like a snake, Damien has managed to wiggle out from under the table by the time I'm done with my scavenger hunt.
Alright!
Okay, limbs, check. Needles, check. Misplaced confidence, check.
I'll work
We're
hard.
ready to begin the surgery, Doctor.
Stitch.
Stitch. I set Damien's appendages where I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be and recite the incantation, with proper pitch this time. Take these parts now, cut asunder, and patch them into a thing of wonder. I'm so sorry, Faye. This must be absolutely mortifying.
No
Don't you
way.
sorry me. You've been really careful about keeping up on your repairs. Which makes it even weirder that something like this happened in the first place. My thoughts travel back to our previous conversations and the small details they have revealed about their past. Damien said people used to bully them.
Wait.
Faye, I know what this looks like. Did someone break in and hurt my sweet Damien?
That's
I know that face. It's not what you think.
Damien.
Damien! What happened? What do you mean? What happened?
It was my
I was doing all those repairs because I knew I was starting to... It's not anyone's fault but mine. Huh? What are you talking about? My magic. It's weakening, Faye. Not you too! Your magic is weakening? I tilt my head so far to the side that my neck pops. Remember when I told you that I've had to replace my parts a lot? There's, only one thing I've kept ever since I was made.
Well...
Is that the machine?
Yes.
Yes. The machine, my heart, is what stores the magic that makes up, well, me. My maker never could create me. My maker could never create for me a living heart. But thanks to the machine keeping me together, I was allowed to exist for as long as I have. But it starts to sputter lately. And no matter how tightly I stitch everything, if my heart stops for just a second, This happens? Damien nods, the guilt clear on his face. No, the guilt clear on their face, I'm sorry. Mr. West said that it would happen sooner rather than later and offered me a replacement heart for free, but I can't.
Huh?
You can't?
Why?
What do you mean you can't? Damien, at this rate you'll... I know, but I'm scared. Faye, my heart, that's everything I ever was, everything I ever will be. My maker, I was his only creation that lived, Damien tears up, and the needles seem to be almost done, so I pull them into a hug, the tightest one I can muster. They apologize, as they always do, and bury their head against my shoulder. It's the last thing that's still me, Faye. If I lose it, you'll still be Damien. Huh? Damien, you need to take that replacement. I know you're scared, but you disappearing is even more terrifying. I cannot bear to lose you. But what if you still lose me? What if I don't remember you?
I will.
Then I'll do the remembering for you. I'll show you everything all over again, every last drop, because you'll still be in the world to see it with me. Please promise me, if I pass my exams, we'll go together to replace your heart.
Okay.
Okay, as long as you're there, I promise.
Alright!
Great! I wipe the corner of my eyes, where tears have begun to bubble, with the back of my wrist and give a weary smile. Because, I think I just stitched our shirt collars together. Leaning up against someone when there's a needle at work isn't a great idea after all. Damien laughs, and any trepidation I was having disappears. I glance over at my spell book stacked atop a table. With so much at stake now, I really have to give it my all. Okay. Crimson Dust. Okay, shall we do one more spell? Wait, let's learn one more spell. We'll learn from... Stretch. We'll learn from, We'll learn, from Carmilla one more time. Let's see. Scent of Blood or Crawl? Crawl, I think, is more useful.
It's love, love, love.
It's love, love, love that makes the world go round, round, round. I finished classes early today and didn't have anything else to do, except maybe study, so I thought I would head to work a little early. By the time I reached the shop, Carmilla is already approaching the front door.
Carmilla!
Hey, Carmilla!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you showed up on time, little witch. That's a first. She bops me on the nose and smiles, fangs exposed.
Hey!
What? Hey, I'm always on time! My time. Wait, my time. Oh, I suppose I can't exactly argue with that. But there is no point in us speaking out in the cold. Let me just... Huh? Son Inir Hundin.
Huh?
I definitely mispronounced that, sorry. Huh? Was that German? I forgot the key at home. Cupping her hands around her mouth, Carmilla calls up to the second-story window. Herbie, darling. Faye and I have arrived. Let us in. We wait a few seconds for our response, but nothing happens. Is he even here today? No, I guess not. Ugh. It's troublesome, but I suppose I have no choice. She sighs heavily and presses her fingertips against the brick wall. Then, with momentum, Carmilla launches herself upwards. Whoa! It's such a simple movement, but it's really efficient. If she wasn't touching the wall, I'd think she was flying. Within seconds, she's at the second-story window. Positioned against the windowsill, she taps against it, then unlocks the window and heads in. After a few minutes, the front door swings open. Nothing I cannot handle with ease, though it's certainly been a while since I last exerted myself. I gaze in awe at Spider Carmilla!
Wow!
What? How? I can't even! What even was that?
Right.
You really grabbed the wall and then zoom! I gesture wildly, motioning my hands like a rocket ship taking off. Carmilla chuckles.
Mm-hmm.
That old trick? I'm rather fond of it. I learned it a while back in, the 14th century? Or perhaps it was the 15th. Carmilla presses a finger to her lips in thought, then quickly waves the issue away. Nevertheless, it is quite easy. You simply channel your magic through your fingertips and use Crawl. In fact, I may be so inclined to show you how. Really? Please, Spider Carmilla, only someone as talented as you could teach me this spell? I look at her with big, round, begging eyes and a pout for good measure. Oh, all right, my sweet. I'll teach you how to cast Crawl. New spell acquired. She takes my fingers in her dainty hands, positioning them against the wall. Carmilla then instructs me in the method of, blasting off? Or at least she tries to.
Crawl.
Crawl.
Wonderful.
Great, now go. I'm not sure that I can, Carmilla. My fingers, they're kinda, sorta stuck to the wall.
Come on.
Hang in there. Well, it's more like I'm hanging here, but
Don't you worry.
you're not going to let a little clinginess stand in your way, are you?
Now.
Don't get discouraged. It's only your first try. Keep going. Carmilla, I really think I'm stuck, like, stuck.
My dear.
Oh dear. Perhaps you're pulling too hard?
Wait.
Think of it like a magnet. You need to... Oh no! What? I try following her suggestion, but loosen my grip too much and fall backwards. In a panic, I squeeze my eyes shut. Is this the end of Fae Nightshade? Am I done for? But there are so many couples I haven't matched yet, and so many suites I haven't tried, and... Huh? I'm fine? But it doesn't feel like I'm on the ground. I look up and see a pair of violet eyes. Is Carmilla carrying me?
Wonderful.
Excellent. I was just in time. But that smile, don't tell me you plan to do that just so you could end up in my embrace. No, of course not. I'm just relieved. Is that so? What a troublesome little witch.
Now,
Alas, I think that is enough practice for now. We still have to set up the shop.
right.
I've gotta admit, this is definitely useful. I can't count how many times I've forgotten my keys at home. I just need to master it like I've mastered matchmaking. Carmilla, this would be a pretty neat trick for burglary, huh? I waggle my brows suggestively. Carmilla huffs as she walks inside, still carrying me in her arms. Oh, wow.
I don't.
Oh, what are you implying? I would never steal. Strange, you seem to be stealing me right now. That is simply because a certain mischievous little witch may run off to try again if I let her go.
Well.
Though, Carmilla. Do you only use the spell when you forget your keys? Carmilla hesitates for a second, and her fangs lightly press against her bottom lip. As we enter the shop, she gently sets me down on a nearby chair.
My dear.
Ah, sweet thing. The spell's original purpose was secret liaisons with an individual I was, shall we say, very fond of. Others did not approve of us, but we were able to enjoy each other's company in secret. Oh, a secret rendezvous with just the two of you? How romantic. Yes, I suppose it was. Carmilla's smile is touched by a hint of melancholy when she turns away to start working. But if she's distracted, I could... No, bad Faye. I can always sneak out to practice climbing on my break. Never had I ever met a Sphinx before now. I quickly realized they were very stingy when it comes to paying full price for things, and especially enjoy confusing people with a lot of riddles over the transaction. After casting philosophize on a few dead skulls, I was able to successfully solve every riddle the Sphinx threw at me, but only thanks to their help. In the end, I finally got her to pay full price. Mr. West was so proud of me, he let me have the difference the Sphinx had asked for as a bonus. I think I've worked more in the shop than I've studied for my exams this week. Not that I blame them for wanting me around. I am kind of wonderful. So, at least if I'm a failure as a witch, I can probably stay here for the rest of my days. Especially with the best saleswoman as distracted as she's been lately. Carmilla, I don't think the display for our 2-for-1 deal on hands is going to crawl off anytime soon. You can maybe stop securing it. Carmilla's shoulders shoot up as she stares at her hands for a long moment. When it sinks in, however, she takes a step back. Her cheeks are surprisingly pink. Oh, well, I suppose they are no longer alive, no? Oh, ha, 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 ha. This is easily the saddest and least subtle thing I have ever watched. Something's up. And the recently appointed best detective in Dwimmermere High is on the case. Are you okay, Carmilla? You seem pretty un-Carmilla-y today. Perish the thought. I'm perfectly fine, my sweet. Though, now that I think about it, I do have the need for your expertise.
Well...
Nothing magic related, given my current predicament, I hope. No, darling. Love. What is it, well, in your view? I feel my own eyes widen in excitement, and a million answers battle it out in my mind to see which can get out first. Where do I even begin with how great love is? I put both hands on my chest and close my eyes wistfully.
Right.
Love is the best feeling in the world. No, the whole universe. It leaves you feeling like you can walk on the sun, or fly to the moon, or... the most painful thing imaginable. My eyes pop open. Well, love can be that too, but... I notice the way the crease on Carmilla's brow deepens. It's the same as the day she snatched the old sketch from my hands. Should I? Yeah, I think I will. Are you thinking about the girl from the picture? Carmilla hesitates, then gives a reluctant nod. Tonight is the anniversary of when she first darkened my doorstep. Carmilla gently touches one of the hands on display, a sorrowful expression on her face. She looks past me, past everything in the shop, and I wonder what memory is resurfacing inside her. I lean on the counter, suddenly feeling that heavy sensation on my chest. It's one thing to see your matches work out and love blossom, but it's a whole other experience to witness heartbreak. Will you tell me about her? At first, I don't think she'll answer, but then Carmilla takes a deep, shuddering breath. She was only supposed to be my prey, at first. I had begun adapting to my new abilities and had decided to adopt a sort of... She makes circular movements with her wrists, obviously debating her next choice of words.
Yes.
Catch and release policy. I would only drink as much blood as I needed to live, and then I would release my victims back into the night without further harm.
Huh?
And you didn't get caught?
You
I wouldn't be
dumb-
here if I had, now would I? Silly witch.
I
It was a dangerous
suppose.
time for vampires back then, which is understandable, I suppose. A cat is not a welcome guest among mice. But my dear little mouse was nothing like the rest. A fond smile creeps over her lips. She was bold, brilliant.
Yes.
She had seen me as a rival, not just a beast to be hunted.
Now,
Even when I did lose to her, there was always an opening to escape, so I always left her one in turn. Our little game was like a dance that spanned many a year. But then, one day, I overstepped. What did you do? I tried to force her to drink my blood.
Huh?
You what? Mm-hmm. Hard of me, I know.
You
As
know,
I once said, drinking a vampire's blood will turn any mortal into one of the living dead, if the circumstances are right. Carmilla! Sudden traces of horror mixed with disgust are written all over her face. But rather than our usual games, she cried out for help. She was terrified of me. She wouldn't even look at me. I managed to escape just moments before the mob barreled down upon us. That was the last mercy I was offered. When I had tried to approach again, she had served me. Wait, let me read that again. When that was the last mercy I was offered. When I had tried to approach again, she had served as much willing bait for a troop of vampire hunters. Oh.
Don't you
Worry not, I was too crafty by far and had outsmarted them all, of course. Oh ho ho ho. Something doesn't line up here. Didn't you just want her blood? Why did you do it? Why did you do it?
Why?
If you know she didn't want to drink your blood, why did you try to force her? I did not know then what I know now. That's hardly an excuse, I know, but the idea of watching her age, watching her sicken and die, leaving me with a life that didn't have her in it, it was excruciating. I thought that maybe we could dance our dance forever. Carmilla sighs. I wanted someone to stay by my side, so we could be in love for all eternity. In the end, though, I behaved like the beast that the townsfolk believed me to be. How dreadfully ironic. Carmilla! You wanted my expert opinion, right? She doesn't respond, but I tell her anyway. I think that love means accepting change and each other's differences, and, letting that special someone go when it's time. The idea of an immortal love sounds nice, but only if the other person wants that too. Carmilla remains silent and goes to sweep the floor. I might have upset her, but I stand by what I said, not only as a matchmaker, but as a person. Eventually and quietly, from across the shop, I hear her say something. I only wish I had learned that sooner. Oh, poor Carmilla. Okay, it's the witching hour. Let's see, let me buy some potions. Oh no, I only have 2 purple left? Okay, I need to buy up some purple. Pink, it's pink, it's not purple, it's pink. Let me buy a set of 3. No, no! Okay, whatever, let's just keep... I'll just buy it individually. I keep clicking the individual one instead of the triple one. Okay, so I stocked up. Now, the thing is that, should I learn one more spell? I have time for one more spell, right? I could either learn Intimidate, Telekinesis, or Scent of Blood. Or I can buy more buy more... The thing is that, will I need actual spells for the exam? Because if that's the case, then I want to stock up. I might want to stock up. Let's see. Okay, he will double your potion's output. Great. I need more red. Red. And yellow, right? Maybe? No. Okay. Okay, here we go. Is October 31st? Finally, the hour of truth is here. I look around the town square, which is filled to the brim with my monstrous classmates and upperclassmen. There are a few familiar faces lingering at the edge, cramming last minute. A few others are nervously asking their crushes to the festivities after the exams, always a good sight to see. But at the very center of the square is Miss Magwitch, stern-faced and serious as ever, waiting for the witching hour to finally arrive. Once it does, she'll teleport us to the dungeons where we will face our trials. close by is Mr. West, who is trying to sell potions to anybody that doesn't look prepared enough. Alright, I've got a few minutes left before the exams begin. Maybe I can do something that will help me pass? Sweet talk Miss Magwitch? Help a classmate find love? Or leech some potions from Mr. West? I think I should get some potions. Dancing around Mr. West, I try to talk him into giving me a few extra potions for the exams. However, he simply ignores my request with a huff. Only after I help him manage the customers, multitasking by using Scuttle, does he yield. I've become the most hardworking witch in Dwimmermere High. Where else would you find someone trying to earn extra potions last minute instead of buying them? It's time. Finally, Miss Magwitch's voice rings out and everyone goes quiet. Remember, your primary goal will be finding the exit. If you run out of potions, I will teleport you back here and it will count as a failure. Oh no. Now, line up.
Alright!
Hopefully I have enough. Alright, let's get started. And afterwards... Oh, is this where we choose who we hang out with? I will hang out with Damien. I will hang out with Zero. I will hang out with Carmilla, or Lonely Souls of Halloween Town, here I come. Not the last option. So I promised Damien that if I pass, I promised Damien that I would take them to get his heart replaced. Oh, can I save right here? Let me save really quickly. Log? No. Menu? Let me save right here. Okay. I promise that if I hang out with Damien, I will take them to get their heart replaced. I would also hang out with Zero because he's fading. And Carmilla needs a pick-me-up. Maybe I can save right here and then revisit my save file and hang out with all three. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much longer the game is. I'm already going on 3.5 hours. Okay, let's hang out with Damien. Afterwards, I'll go find Damien. We still need to find the doctor. We still need to pay the doctor a visit after all. Why is it so dark here? Glow. 1 blue potion. Shining my way through the Nightshade Way. Let's go.
Alright!
Finally, here's some light. Let's see. The door looks tightly shut, and the lever next to it looks broken. Nope, no way I can push this door. Insubstantiate? Insubstantiate! Here we go, easy as a piece of pumpkin pie.
Wow!
Whoa, this room is much bigger. Let's see, there seems to be a deep pit over there. I'm not sure if I can jump over it. And over there's a door, but these big rocks block the way. Should I jump? What's this? Wow, this is such a dried up skeleton. Philosophize? Yeah. It seems like this buddy has been in here for a while. Maybe it can tell me how to move on. Philosophize! A bowl of candy, a bag of treats, a dish of tasty sugary sweets. Huh? It seems like the skeleton has a bowl of candy bombs. Neat! I could blast the rocks away if I got my hands on some of it. My eyes sparkle with delight as I raise my hand and knock against the cage. Knock knock, trick or treat! For a moment, the silence reigns. Just as I feared that this bonehead too was ignoring me, it finally moves and pushes the bowl towards the edge of the cage. We are not home for you to scare. Here's a bowl of treats, take one if you dare. Success! I pump my fist in victory as I grab a handful of candy bombs. I'll place the bombs here and get the fire from the torch there. Done! Closing my eyes and covering my ears, I run to the opposite corner of the room and wait. Kaboom! The explosion is barely powerful enough to rattle the floor, but when I open my eyes, the rocks are gone. Alright, next one. I should be halfway through. Eek! A zombie? What did he eat to grow so big? And why is he glaring at me if I owe him money? Don't tell me he also has an obstacle I have to pass. Oh. Engineer perfection? I forgot. What does that do? Fireball? Life leech? Whale. I think whale should knock him out. Without any words, the zombie quickly advances on me. Eek! Let's talk about this! I barely dodge in the nick of time and roll out of his way. Just moments later, he attempts to attack again. Quickly, I pull out a flask of potion and gulps down its content. Whale! I let out a loud shriek and the zombie freezes in mid-motion, raising his claws to cover his ears. Just as my lungs almost run out of air, his legs finally give out and the zombie falls unconscious.
Yes!
Well, that was close, but Nightshade wins. Oh, such a cute frog! What is it doing here? Did I learn Gentle Giant? Oh, I did. I need 2 red and 1 pink. Okay. Wait, perhaps it can help me. Gentle Giant. Croak. Hello there, little frog. Do you think you can help me get out of here? Croak. With enthusiasm, the frog jumps onto me. I stretch out a hand to catch it. Hopping around, it gestures me to get closer to the walls. Is there anything I can do? Croak. Huh? Tap against the brick? I do as it says. As soon as my finger touches the brick, a glowing ruin appears.
Huh?
Whoa! Magic ruins? Croak.
Oh!
Tap them in the right order? Alright, show me how. After a few minutes of guidance, I finally managed to light up over 60 ruins. Whoa! Croak. The wall disappeared! Nice! I pet the frog and thank it for the amazing work before releasing it. Now, let's move on.
Huh?
Is that the Reaper? How on earth did Miss Magwish get him here? Behind him seems to be the exit, though. Try to sneak past him? Slowly, trying my best to not make a noise, I sneak behind the columns and out of his sight. However, just as I almost reach the door, a voice as cold as snow falls upon my ears. Halt! Eek! That wasn't bad, mortal, but to move to the other world, you have to pay for your passage. Huh? Aren't you the Reaper? I am. Then why do you sound like the ferryman? Besides, I'm not dead, and I don't want to go to the other world. No matter. Get out of this room. You need to pay me 20 potions, no matter which color. Huh? That's a ripoff! Do you want to pass your exams or not? Alright. Very hesitantly, I hand over a big batch of my hard-earned potions. Luckily, he lets me pass after that without a hitch. Yay! Exams passed! Good thing I stocked up on potions last minute. I am pleased to announce that, once again, love is triumphant.
The incomparable, the one and only.
Yep. All thanks to the weeks of dedicated hard work of yours truly, the brilliant, the one and only.
Congratulations.
Faye, congratulations on passing. My spellcasting was perfection. Did you have any doubts? Well... Okay, don't answer that. But you know what this means, don't you?
Yes.
That you invited me to spend the Halloween festivities with you? And we should get warm pumpkin cider to celebrate? You do look a bit cold. Your cheeks are pink. In reality, it is just that Damien captured my face so gently that I forgot how to think. Well, maybe just a tiny bit, but I never turned down an excuse to party. But cider turned into carnival games, and those turned into trying to pair up a couple of cute ghouls with a little help from my handy-dandy partner in crime. Partner in mischief. Who became significantly less handy after they lost their left hand in the punch bowl. It wasn't a total mood killer. The situation made for a good excuse to leave the 2 ghouls alone together. Then, the sudden realization hit me while I was stitching Damien's hand back to their wrists by lantern light. You've been using your charms to distract me, haven't you? I don't know what you, could possibly mean. That face says you do. Oh, you know, the fact that a certain somebody promised me they would be paying the doctor a visit if I passed my exams? Gulp. I give their hand a light and comforting touch. Damien, please, you've been falling apart more and more often lately. Yes, but... Before we go to see Mr. West tomorrow, there's something that It's okay, Damien. What is it? This is going to sound so selfish in a million different ways, but... Faye,
Just in case.
Just in case anything happens. Well, I want you to know that I like you a lot. Huh? Did I hear that right? My eyes widen at their sudden proclamation as my heart begins to try and beat its way right out of my chest. No, I mean, in like a friend way. And maybe also more than just that, and oh my gosh, I'm messing this up so bad. Oh, Damien, you're not. But my point is, even if I forget, and there's nothing of me left, just, you're like the moon to me. I think whoever replaces me would still see your beauty, even at a distance.
Damien!
Hold on. Don't you think you can distract me with cheesy stuff any- Wait. Tongue-tied. Don't think you can distract me with cheesy stuff again. What have I always said?
I'm
Sorry, I know that I've always been Damien to you. But what if you're not Faye to me? What if... Duh! I grabbed Damien's lapples and kissed the concern right out of their rambling mouth. They're not ready to handle my weight, and we both end up falling. Once we land on the ground, I feel their lips smile against mine. Our kiss only lasts for a while longer, but I swear I could stay in that moment forever. Oh.
Right.
And that's what I think of that. Now stop assuming the worst. We're in this together now. You don't have to keep trying to do everything all by yourself. You have me after all.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Faye. I stand up and go to pull Damien with their freshly repaired hand up with me, but something seems different. Probably the fact that the one I'm trying to pull up isn't making any effort on their part. Damien, are you feeling okay? They stare up at me, visibly shocked. I don't think I need a new heart anymore.
Huh?
What do you mean? But you just... Damien cups both of my hands in theirs, placing them firmly against their chest. The place where their ribcage meets their clothing is oddly warm. There's something else too. It's faint, but I can feel it. Faye, it's my heart. It's beating.
Yes.
It sure is. Damien throws their arms around me in something between a tackle and a hug, and we nearly fall over again. I might have laughed, but I am too astounded by, well, everything.
But how?
But how? You said it was a machine, and that your maker couldn't create a living heart. Didn't you?
It was magic too.
Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, they're so sweet. I'm so sorry. They're so sweet. It was magic too. My maker was an alchemist and a magician both. He was brilliant, but when trying to make a living thing, a human, I think he must have forgotten the most critical thing of all. And that is?
Something only the best matchmaker in Dwemermere High could show me how to find.
Aw? Something only the best matchmaker in Dwemermere High could show me how to find. They pause and look at me, with their gleaming blue eyes, as if there were only me and them in this whole entire world.
True love.
True love. The end. Oh, so sweet! You've unlocked Damien's ending, a heart in the making. Oh, yay! I really enjoyed that. That was so sweet. A game developed by Nifty Visuals and published by Nifty Productions. That was so nice. Okay, since we're already this far, shall I play the other endings? Let's do Zero's route and Carmilla's route. Yeah, let's load. Good thing I saved right before the game. Right before the choice. Okay. I will hang out with Zero now. Afterwards, I'll go boast to Zero. He was always nagging me about exams, after all. Oh, why is it so dark here? Okay. So, I'm gonna try to go about it differently. I had other options to pass the exam, so let's see.
All right.
Okay. So last time I touched the door, this time let's touch this. The lever is broken. If I pull this, I will get hurt. Damn these sharp edges. I can do a Stitch potion. I know, I can mend this with Stitch. Stitch.
Right.
Here we go, easy as a piece of pumpkin pie.
Wow.
Okay. So last time I touched the skeleton, so let's touch the the area over here. This pit is really deep. If I fall, I'll for sure end up as minced meat. So I can do hover, fly, crawl, or do something else. Now, I haven't mastered crawl yet, so let's see. Shall we do fly, or shall we do hover? Let's do fly.
Fly.
Fly. As soon as the spell is cast, I float over the pit with ease. All right, next one. I should be halfway through. Okay, here we go. Zombie. So we did whale last time, so let's do life leech. Well, I happen to need a snack anyway. Before the zombie can advance on me, I look him squarely in the eyes.
Life leech.
Life leech. Within seconds, he grumbles and falls unconscious. That was easy. Now, we touched the frog last time. Let's touch the wall. Now, let's see. This seems like a dead end, but I have the feeling there should be a door here. Let's see. Let's try, we did insubstantiate last time. Let's try scent track. Is it just me, or is there a weird smell from the wall? Maybe.
Scent track.
Scent track.
Yes.
Yeah, smells are coming from the bricks. Some are stronger than the others. I tap against the brick with the heaviest smell, and a glowing ruin suddenly appears.
Huh?
Whoa, magic ruins? Tapping around, I realize that I have to touch the ruins in the order of how heavy the smell is on the bricks. It is an extremely hard exercise. I bet my nose will end up being at least as sensitive as a real werewolf's. But after what feels like an eternity, I get it done.
All right.
The wall disappeared. Nice. Now, let's move on.
Huh?
Okay, we meet the Reaper again. Try to sneak past him. And he takes 20 potions from us, right?
Huh?
Let's see. We passed the exam! Yay! Okay, so we're hanging out with Zero this time. Genius of Dormamere High, da-dee-da. Faye Nightshade, the clever, the brainy, da-da-da. Well done, Faye. Congratulations. Wasn't I absolutely marvelous? You were. Huh? No snide remarks? No sarcastic jabs?
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, Faye. The earlier part of the evening was given to a post-exam celebration in Dormamere High. Not as good as my matchmaking parties, but pretty close. Now I'm back in my room, worn out and sleepy, but indescribably happy. Zero is hovering next to me with that sweet smile on his face I hadn't seen Zero is hovering next to me with that sweet smile on his face I hadn't seen in what feels like forever.
I will.
I'm going to make you prouder yet.
How?
Oh?
Yes.
Listen, I figured out a spell that will let me touch you at long last. Don't be silly. No such spell exists.
Zero.
Which goes on to show not even you know everything, Zero. Watch this. Desubstantiate. I used the potion Miss Magwitch had specially prepared just for me and cast the spell.
This!
Faye, you're... Ta-da! What is going on? Are you okay? My body feels light and airy, as if freed from shackles that had been dragging me down all my life. Looking down at my person lying on the couch, I realized that my body was the shackles. Who is this cute and lovely little witch lounging on the sofa? Is that what I look like?
Why?
What did the spell do? Your spirit, it left your body?
Wait.
You've become all ghostly, like insubstantiate, but you feel so warm, so full of life. Wait a second. Zero, what did you just say?
How?
You feel warm to me. You feel warm to me. You feel warm to me.
Yes.
The spell works.
Why?
I don't believe it. I'm a poltergeist. I haven't got a sense of touch, and I've forgotten what warmth is. And yet, what I feel warm now, when you're close to me.
Yeah.
Just wait until I do this. I grab his hand. For a moment, fear and doubt seizes me, and I wonder if my hand will pass through his, in spite of everything, like it always had before. But they don't. My fingers close around Zero's, and I feel, for this first time, the shape and contour of his hand. It's positively exhilarating. The initial icy cold touch of his skin quickly turns warm.
Oh.
This is what your hand feels like. I think you've got a pretty nice hand, Zero. He glances away at my compliment, rubbing the back of his neck with his free hand. I'm glad you think so. I don't suppose you mind telling me exactly what's going on?
Right.
All in good time. Now, let me try something else. I fling my arms around him and squeeze. I've caught you at last! Faye. Shocked, he stands still for a brief moment. Then, gingerly and hesitantly, he brings his arms around me. Faye, look at me. Pulling away slightly, Zero gently grabs the tip of my chin and lifts up my head.
Zero.
Zero,
Don't worry.
It's all right, I know. His burning ruby eyes reflect into my own and encompass my entire universe. Gradually, inch by inch, our faces draw nearer to each other. His nose touches mine, and for a split second, I feel the feathery touch of his lips against my own. Whoa! I fall right through him and smack back down into my body and flop on the floor like a sack of bricks. The spell wore off with the most unfortunate of timing.
Ouch.
Oh dear, that looked like it hurt.
Ouch.
It did, and it does! Ow, ow, ow! Faye Nightshade, the clumsy, the heavy. We look at each other and burst into laughter. Then, sudden tears begin to well and fall down my face.
Don't.
Faye, don't cry. You know I hate to see you cry.
No.
I'm not crying. You are. That's only because I'm so happy.
Why?
So am I. Faye, you're wonderful. You mustn't cry. With a few sniffles and a crack in my voice, I start to speak.
Well.
The spell, desubstantiate. Miss Magwitch taught it to me, you know?
But.
If anyone would know this spell, it'd be Estella, of course. But why would she teach it to you? At the party earlier, she asked me why I seemed so glum, even though I had aced the exams. I told her about you and how you're fading and how much I desperately want to hug you properly. Just once, before you move on. She said... I wiped my nose using the back of my wrist, and after a quick shake of my head, slapped both hands firmly against my cheeks to help keep my composure. She said desubstantiate might help me.
Yes.
And it did. But the spell consumes too much magic, and I couldn't keep it up. Just...
Please?
Don't move on just yet, Zero. Let me try again tomorrow, please, and we could continue where we left off just now. Blushing nervously, I am twiddling my fingers when I look up at Zero, gesturing at himself.
Don't worry.
I'm not going to move on tomorrow. Can't you see?
How?
See what? Oh, your form! It's all sharp and crisp again. But how?
Yes.
It assuredly is.
That's
When you
right.
cast that spell, and again when you hugged me, it made me remember everything. Who I was, how my life went, and the reason I became a poltergeist. What was the reason? The reason you became a poltergeist?
The reason you became a poltergeist?
Oh, he has such a handsome smile. A smile so soft and endearing wanders across his face and sets my heart aglow.
It doesn't matter now. All
It-
that matters is that I'm here with you.
It doesn't matter now. All that matters is that I'm here with you.
I told you, didn't I? A lot of water has flown.
I
under
told
those
you, didn't I?
bridges.
A lot of water has flown under those bridges, and some grudges are best forgotten.
Does that mean...
You won't leave?
you-
I won't.
Aw.
For as long as you want me to be here with you, I will forever be by your side.
I won't. For as long as you, the one and only Faye Nightshade, want me to be here with you, I will forever be by your side. The end! Oh, my heart! You've unlocked Zero's ending, a new reason to stay. I love them both so much. Davian, Zero. Okay, now finally let's quickly play Carmilla's route, and then we can call it a day. Cause this has been going on for quite a while. Okay, load. Let's load my last save file. Let's hang out with Carmilla. Afterwards, I'll go search for Carmilla. After all, there's something I've been wondering about. Okay, use glow.
All right.
Okay, use the door again. Insubstantiate.
Wow.
Okay, let's try the rocks this time. Oh, okay, so we had to talk to the skeleton first?
Wow.
Okay. So, let's do scent track this time. There's a weird smell in the air. What is it?
Scent track.
Scent track.
Oh.
Oh, I see. It's this skeleton that has a bowl of candy bombs. Neat, I could blast the rocks away with it. My eyes sparkle with delight as I stretch into the cage and grab a handful of candy bombs. Now we can use it. Kaboom.
All right.
Next. Zombie, so we did whale and life leech. I don't want to keep using up my blue potions, I don't have that much. But we can try engineered perfection, 2 red potions and 1 yellow.
Engineered perfection.
Engineered perfection. Curling my fingers, I send my fist to meet the zombie. Crack. Ugh. With a grunt, he falls onto his knees and With a grunt, he falls onto his knees and unconscious.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Now, let's do the wall again. Doesn't matter which one, I guess. So,
Oh, insubstantiate.
Insubstantiate walks right through the wall. Now we're meeting the Grim Reaper again. I'm gonna sneak past him. Gets caught. Has to give him all of our...
Huh?
No, we have to give him like 20 of our potions. Exam passed. Yay, let's go hang out with Carmilla now. Carmilla! Carmilla! I burst into the human shop with reckless abandon, waving my hands enthusiastically in the air.
Wow.
Da-di-da, da-di-da, I passed my exams, I did it!
Yes.
I'm going to be a real witch and not be tragically expelled. I thought she was at the register, but the moment I mention passing, all I catch is a glimpse of Carmilla's cape fluttering as she rushes towards me and takes my hand in hers.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, my dear!
I'm impressed.
You've impressed me. I honestly had no faith that you would pass the mag witch's devilish exams with only a week's worth of studying, and yet, here you are. What do you mean you had no faith?
Right.
I was under the tutelage of the beautiful, the one and only Countess Carmilla. How could I fail with such a brilliant mentor? Carmilla's face flushes and she sinks into the collar of her cape. Really, she makes it too easy. Oh, then it is most fortunate that I took you under my wing, isn't it? I give both of her hands a squeeze, and she shyly peers at me in response. If I hadn't seen her in action, I don't think I'd ever believe she was any sort of hunter in the slightest. Which reminds me, actually.
Well...
Hey, Carmilla! Do you, remember our conversation from the other day, where you outsmarted the vampire hunters? Her face falls a little, and she lifts her head to fully face me. Guess that answers that. How did you do it? It's been driving me peanuts. Well, I suppose you do deserve a little reward.
Anyway...
The truth is, I didn't.
Now...
The little mouse, though she had acted as bait, she was my savior that night. The girl from the picture rescued you? But I thought she was scared of you. Carmilla nods. She was, and I'm still not entirely sure why she helped me, in spite of it all.
Maybe.
Perhaps she was simply following the old game, or perhaps that connection we shared still lingered in her heart. Either way, she left me an opening, and as she had always done, time and time again, and I chose to take it.
Well...
What happened to her after that? She shrugs, but despite her nonchalant attitude, I can tell it bothers her. Her downcast eyes give it away.
I
have no idea. That was the last time I saw her. And, from what I've gathered, she died and was buried somewhere in Slovenia, but that was decades ago. My hands tense up, pressed against hers. Do you want to see her again? Of course! I had intended to apologize properly upon our next meeting, but I never got the chance. I was foolish to... I felt her grip slacken in mine, as though she'll drift off the moment I let go. But I have no intention of letting that happen.
Well...
What's stopping you?
Right.
You got 3 raises and a bonus from Mr. West this week alone, and we've been working in the human shop long enough that we should be able to afford the trip, right?
Pardon?
Pardon? We?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just going to let you take a vacation by yourself, you know. And I've always wondered what it would be like to travel across Europe.
Oh!
Ooh, and there's a city of love in France too, isn't there? That settles it. I'm going. Despite my efforts, Carmilla presses her lips together in uncertainty.
My dear.
You are truly quite shameless at times, my dear. Though I suppose that's just one of your many charms. But when I visit the grave, won't you be bored?
Well...
I need to meet my rival eventually, don't I?
Huh?
Your rival? She shoots me a blank stare for a long moment, but then her cheeks light up like the inside of a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh
My, that is, but oh goodness, I did not think that you'd... Miss Countess, don't tell me you've fallen for me too. I raise one of Carmilla's hands to my lips and gently kiss her knuckles. I think if she turns any redder, she'll explode. Sorry, too much? She shakes her head side to side vigorously, but doesn't reply. In response, I can't help but giggle until my own feelings of resignation creep in. Well, don't worry, I know you're still in love with her, so I won't tease you anymore. But I think that as long as those mistakes are haunting you, you won't be able to notice anybody else. And maybe I'm a bit selfish, but at least I want a fighting chance. Oh my dear sweet little witch, you have it all wrong. She gently pulls her hands from mine, and my heart sinks. Did I mess up? I thought she liked the aggressive approach. Sorry, I think I misread the, never mind. Sorry, I'll go. But before I can turn away, Carmilla's hand is on my cheek to meet me, and she draws me down into a kiss. My heart does backflips against my chest. When she gently pulls away, I feel my witch's resolve begin to waver, having been suddenly overwhelmed by her soft lips. Is this a yes or is it a no? I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here.
You dummy.
Oh, Faye, you dummy. The way I feel about her and the way I feel about you are completely different. She flicks the tip of my nose. I blink.
Now,
She may always be important to me, but that doesn't mean there's no room left for you. Even if I'm not an immortal?
of course.
Of course.
I plan to cherish all the time we have for the precious thing that it is.
I plan to cherish all the time we have for the precious thing that it is.
And if a day comes that we should part ways, then I will keep every memory I hold of you close
And
to
if a day comes that we should part ways, then I will keep every memory I hold of you close to my heart. Even if I cannot give her the apologies she deserved, I may at least honor her memory by correcting the mistakes I've made in the past. And show her I can move forward in my future with you. Once it registers in my head that Carmilla, the Carmilla, likes me too, a fierce blush rushes against my cheeks and spreads to the very tips of my ears. I try and regain my earlier suave and charismatic composure, but words escape me. Be cool, Faye. Be cool.
Wow, that sounds pretty profound.
Wow, that sounds pretty profound. She raises a brow and smiles, amused, before proceeding to bat her eyelashes at me.
You think so, huh?
You think so, huh?
I do. But
I do, but after we visit and make amends, I really want to see Paris.
can we go?
Can we go, please? I look Carmilla in her violacious eyes, waving up my clasped hands at her. She stares at me for a moment, a little surprised, but there is such warmth to her gaze that I feel myself blush even more profusely than before. At long last, a soft chuckle escapes her lips.
Oh, all right.
Oh, all right. The end. You've unlocked Carmilla's ending until eternity ends. Okay, well, that does it here for Witches x Warlocks. I really enjoyed this visual novel, this dating sim. I liked the different options that we had. I liked all the different personalities. We had the kind of shy, awkward Frankenstein character. We had the reserved poltergeist character. We had the peppy vampire. The only character that we couldn't romance was Lawrence the werewolf, but I believe that's because he's part of the DLC. So if you want to unlock Lawrence's ending, check out the DLC on Steam. I will link the game in the description so you can play the game for yourself. I highly recommend it. You can make different choices than I did. I only showed you guys 3 of the endings. There are 6 different endings, so there is a lot more that I have not seen yet. But I'm gonna end it here because this is going on 4 hours now. That's a very long game. Gameplay that I've been doing. But I really enjoyed it. I love the art, gorgeous, and the chibis were so adorable, so cute. I like the bantering between the main character, us, the MC, and the different love interests. And I like doing the little voice acting for it, even though I'm not that good at it. But, you know, I enjoyed it. My throat is parched now, so I'm gonna go drink something. But thank you so much for spending Spooky Month with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who has checked out my videos, who have liked my videos, who have subscribed. I hope to see you guys again in future videos. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and get some really scrumptious candy. I hope you watch a lot of scary movies. I hope you get to drink really sweet hot cocoa, I guess, and, you know, pig out on chocolate and candy, yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Say bye, Cinders. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.